See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Tallawah TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Tallawah TV with the host and best. Today, take it away.
My Tallawahs, good morning. Good morning if you are from the UK or if you're based in the UK, a bit like myself. It is bang on 2 minutes past 12 a.m. here in the UK. So my Friday has come and gone just like that. And I am now officially into Saturday. I know some of you, if you're based in Jamaica, you're based in the States, or based in Canada, you are still into your Friday. Enjoy your Friday evening as best as you can. I will be giving you your Dominican Republic versus Bermuda, and we'll be doing a live watch along. I'm a little bit late with this one, guys, because I was wrapping up from the last game. The last game, be it the game against St. Kitts and Nevis there for Guatemala, and we all know how that one panned out. If you do want to know how that one panned out, please do and um go ahead and watch the last live stream. I'm going to touch on it, but kickoff is literally, I tuned in right in the nick of time. Sorry, I missed all the national anthems being sung for obvious reasons. So it is literally 17 minutes, under 1 minute into the game. Dominican Republic hosting Bermuda. You might be wondering, why are we watching Dominican Republic versus Bermuda? Excellent question. Next on our list, at the end of our World Cup Concacaf Women's Qualifiers round one, will be hosting Dominican Republic. Next on our list, actually, will be the Cayman Islands. So the last game for us for round one of the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers is Dominican Republic. So perfect time to take them in and see what they are all about. Guys, if you plan on joining me on the live stream, I'm expected to get Mr. Mikey Ballin and also Mr. Richard Stevens in here as well on the studio. If you want to join us, please, we only have one rule, and that is to keep it clean. By that, I mean, please do watch your language. You never know if somebody's watching the game with their child in the room, and we don't want to be bad influence on them. So if you're coming on, please do stick to the only rule, and also turn on your camera so that we can see your lovely face as well. So with that being said, Mr. Mikey Ballin, how you?
I am good. I am good. I didn't know my face was lovely, so thank you for that.
Lovely and smooth. It's because you said you're always smiling, so I need to learn from you. Definitely need to take a page out your book if I want to look as well as you do when I reach your age. So yeah, I could learn from you.
Definitely.
I think we have Richard. Richard probably made his way to the kitchen to grab himself a little grub. Probably should have done the same as him, but I'll probably do that at halftime, get myself a little drink or something to eat. Again, guys, when I say drink, I literally am talking about a soft drink. I'm not talking about no alcoholic. Beverage.
No WR.
Nothing at all. It's just rejuvenate. This drink says it will rejuvenate me. Apparently, grape and apple. So I poured it into my glass earlier on. Um,
Okay.
I
Is
can't
that
feel
a,
no. I can't feel
that's
no changes. If I'm being honest.
you squeezed it yourself, or
No,
it's from
I
a
bought it. I just don't want to give them no free promo. So that's the reason
okay.
why I'm literally putting it into a glass.
Okay.
Um, I don't even want to say their name, but it happens to be one of my favorite drinks. Funny
Okay.
enough, so yeah, it's one of my favorite drinks. Energy
Okay.
drinks, but it seems like it's from natural fruit, so it's not like Red Bull where everybody
Yeah.
knows that Red Bull is you know
Oh,
not great for you, is it?
and I hate the taste.
I used to like it, but I'm like you now. I'm like that now. I just can't stand the taste. One drink that I've completely
I
gone off of is Coke and Pepsi. Can't stand Coke and Pepsi.
I don't drink any of those things.
Yeah, me neither. I cut that out. I don't drink neither of them.
I couldn't tell the last time I had what I think you guys call it pop. No, in Canada they call it pop. What you guys call it in England?
Fizzy drinks?
Fizzy drinks.
What do they
Well,
call it? Pop.
yeah, in Canada they call it pop.
Pop.
Yeah.
Sorry, Canadians. I'm not
Well,
laughing at
my
you, but
my
it's
little
a funny
cousins like
word.
say they say, my Uncle Mike, can we get some pop? So that's what so I guess that's what it is. Yes.
Pop.
Yeah. In
Okay,
Jamaica, we call
guys.
it soft drink or irritated water.
Yeah, soft drink. Yeah, soft drink or your fizzy drink. Pop
Yes.
is funny though. But each to their own.
Yep.
Each to their own. So if you are tuning into this one, it is Dominican Republic there in white, and you have Bermuda there in blue. Guys, just a friendly reminder: Dominican Republic is the last team that will play in our group stage at round one of the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers. So that's the reason why we're actually tuning into this particular match. Okay, so right then, let's see what's going on behind the scenes for me and my setup. See if I can do some setup here. Bear with me, guys. I was in a rush, so I wasn't able to do all of my relevant setup, but I'm now trying to get that done for you guys.
So,
Okay.
what do you think the final score of this game is going to be?
I just want Bermuda to beat them. I'm sorry if you're watching from Dominican Republic. I am sorry, but for obvious reason that we need you to get beat tonight. Don't
Yes.
know. 2-1? Shall we say 2-1?
Yeah. Well, yeah. 2-1. Any victory, any loss is good.
Any victory will take it, just as long as it's
Yeah. The more goals
Bermuda.
Bermuda score, the merrier.
Yeah, exactly. I just
Yeah.
hope that it's Bermuda that gets the victory tonight.
And if they are due win, they should only win by one goal, and therefore we have to score what, 5 to be ahead of them.
Yeah, well, I would prefer if they don't get nowhere near that, if they just settle for a loss. Sorry, settle for a draw.
Yeah.
I would
Draw
prefer
is
if they
dangerous. I prefer if they win Bermuda,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I still feel that Jamaica will beat this DR team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still. I'm looking at. I saw a bit of Cuba again. I was watching it when I was at work. A little bit of Cuba
How
game.
was it? I've heard a few people speak about it. How was it?
How it ended again? 0-0, right? Zero
Oh,
zero.
0-0?
I'm trying to remember. Man, I'm getting old. I can't even remember. I think it
We can look
was.
at it later on. We
Yeah,
can
I think it was 0-0. I was looking at it. The Cuba team can't play with the Jamaica team. No way. So I think the same. The big four is from this qualifying here is Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, Jamaica, and you have
Yeah,
six. You have
definitely.
six group. So I think Haiti may come out of the Cuba group, and it's going to be El Salvador. I think there's a group where I'm trying to figure. I can. There's six groups, so I know there's a team that I'm missing because there's
I'm
going to be
gonna
four.
I'm gonna look at this. Said Island Card said Cuba versus Honduras finished 0-0 there,
Right.
Mikey.
Oh, you know what? Honduras took a ball off the line.
Oh, goal clearance, off the
Yeah,
line clearance.
yes, off the
Okay.
line.
Superb.
And
We've seen
and
some good quality football over the
and
last couple
Honduras
of
hit
days.
the upright from point blank.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it was nice to watch.
Yeah, I've
Just
enjoyed. Funny enough, oddly enough, I can't
yeah,
say oddly because I've
yeah,
actually enjoyed the last couple of live streams with
yeah,
these other
yeah.
countries.
And
Definitely enjoyed
I'm
them.
so I'm so proud of Saint Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
They be the Central American team, so that is always good for the Caribbean.
Big, big,
You
big win.
know,
That's how I say it.
yes.
You're based
And
in
if
the Caribbean.
and if
You
Cuba
say,
had won too, that would be good too, because Cuba is the next best in the Caribbean too. So,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because a lot of people from the other side of the world look down at Caribbean teams.
yeah, yeah.
So
They
if we
do.
start beating the Central Americans, then they have to start paying attention.
Yep, 100%. That's what I was saying on my
Yeah,
last live stream
yeah,
that, given St. Kitts and Nevis location, surely you're supporting them.
yes,
They're in the Caribbean, so you want them to win. So congrats to St. Kitts and Nevis for their 2-0 victory over Guatemala.
2-1, 2-1.
Sorry, 2-1. My apologies there.
Yes,
Bear with me, guys. It is, what time is it?
midnight.
Almost 12:15 here in the UK. So my apologies there with the wrong scoreline. But Mikey's right, 2-1 victory there
Where's
for
Mr. Formula?
Mr. Formula. He said he couldn't watch the last game. I think it's due to his location. For some
Okay.
reason, they said they can't catch the game on YouTube. If they're based in Jamaica, and apparently in America, they're getting the same results. So,
No, in America it's on Paramount Plus. You have to pay for it. There's a stream.
oh,
I
you
think
have to pay for it.
it's 4.99 a month. Yeah. But what happened what happened with me is that I have like I said, I have a lot of family.
Okay,
So if one person has it, they may give you the password. Cause you allow like 3 or 4 people to be on it.
okay,
So
okay. That's
so
good.
so if you buy Paramount and then someone buy Netflix, you can share their Netflix with them, and they share the Paramount with you.
Yeah,
And I'm ESPN because I love cricket. So I prefer ESPN, and I share with other people who want to watch basketball or something else.
yeah. It's a good position to be in, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can.
We we actually have. Looks like we've got a free kick here for. No, the referee actually just waved that one on. Oh my god, it's gonna be a free.
Are you ahead of me?
Brave goalkeeping.
You're ahead of me.
Brave goalkeeping. I thought that one was gonna end up in the back of the net with Bermuda. We had the Dominican Republic goalkeeper come out there
How come
way outside of her box and
how could you be ahead of me?
I can
I
see I
know.
have somebody here in the comment section, two people in the comment section. So let me go ahead and reintroduce Mr. Mikey, not Mr. Mikey, Mr. Richard Stevens, and
Yes.
also a debut here, a pleasant debut here. I can hear someone's feedback, guys.
Me.
Let me just mute your mic quickly there, Richard. Trying to avoid a copyright. Thank you, Richard. A debut, guys, for Mr. Malik Mills. How are you, sir?
How you doing today? How y'all doing, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good.
We're good now that you're here. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Nice to
just
see you
hoping.
on the live stream.
Yep, just hoping that Bermuda get the 2-1 win today, and you know, and just hope Jamaica get the 20-0 victory tomorrow.
You're hoping for a 20-0 victory.
Hope.
Yeah, the
Hoping
20.
or you think we can do a 20-0 victory?
Well, I think we can do a 20-0 victory.
20-0
You know,
victory.
you go to McDonald's and you get 20 pieces of nuggets. I think Jamaica could give was it Cayman Island 20 goals on Saturday.
That is a interesting prediction there. I'm not going to fight against it for obvious reasons. We have someone in the comment section that's agreeing with you. Hot Chili is saying 20-0 to Jamaica against Cayman Islands. I'll leave the prediction there for you guys. And Mr. Malik Mills as well is going for 20-0 Jamaica. Mr. Richard Stevens, what scoreline are you going with for
I
against Cayman
I,
Islands?
I want to know what kind of pie in the sky Malik's eating. I want to
Well,
know what kind of pie in the sky Mr. Malik brother is eating.
well,
20 nil.
yes, well, I'm gonna tell you. If you, look at Jamaica, right? We are the giants in this game. But I mean, I keep saying Bermuda. I don't know why I want to keep saying them, but Cayman is like, who is it? Like it's like David versus Goliath, but this time Goliath is going to win, and you know,
I like that analogy. I like that this this time.
Where are you based, Malik? Whereabouts in the states are you based?
Washington D.C.
Okay, what's the weather like?
Well, it's nice right. It's nice right now. It's about what, probably in the 60s today.
Oh, that's lovely. That's better than what me and Mr. Richard Stevens are getting here in the UK for sure.
Dang,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry to
that.
hear that. Hopefully y'all soon get some, nice weather. Y'all can go outside, go to the beach. If England has any beaches, I'm not sure if England has any beaches. I've never been to England, so
We've got beaches. We do have beaches, Malik. We do have
um,
beaches.
okay.
Um, whether they're sun kissed, that's the other matter.
So guys, we're approaching the quarter of an hour here in the game against Dominican Republic. They're taking on Bermuda, and it is 0-0 on the scoreboard. There. So far, obviously, we're all rooting for Bermuda, given that our last opponents at the group stage in round one of the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers will be against table leaders. The leaders in our group are currently Dominica Republic. So hopefully Bermuda can do us a favor tonight. More so, they're probably thinking they want to do themselves a favor. I don't think they're thinking about Jamaica, are they?
Yep.
It's interesting, you know. By way of research, I was poring over that 9-0 Dominican Republic drubbing that they gave at the start of their campaign, and I was looking out for the style of play and some of the uh, ladies to watch. Oviedo, Lara, Santa, amongst them. Some real quality left-footed players. They play with an attitude, no little skill. They've got an eye for goal. Certainly on that night, they had an eye for goal. But the attitude, the swagger that they brought, the left-footed and right-footed finishing ability was highly impressive. So it really whetted my appetite to see how they acquit themselves. Interestingly enough, though, their opponents on the night, I think they were a little bit stage struck. It was the opening campaign game, and I think they were really found out and didn't make a strong start. I think they'd have been disappointed by their own standards. I think that would go without saying. But it's interesting that we've had 16 minutes or so on the clock. Is that right? I'm just making sure that my
Yeah, I
screen
mean,
is
I'm
right.
just looking and I'm
Mm.
thinking it's not gonna be a walk in the park here for Dominican Republic because we've obviously
Right.
played against Bermuda before and we know what they're like defensively. First real shot at goal there for Dominican Republic, and she just skied that one over the crossbar. I think that was to do with the way she caught the ball, caught it on her chest, round the defender, and yeah, a bit of a difficult first touch there. Managed to get the ball around the defender, but the execution wasn't what she was hoping for, and that one just went over the crossbar. But it's not going to be a walk in the park for Dominican Republic tonight.
And if
Seems a
I
very
might,
firm field.
and if I might say, it so far since I just went to the game recently, 'cause I forgot that it was on. But so far, it looked like Bermuda is trying to play like defensively, more defensively. You know, to me, it more so
That's
look,
their approach. Yeah, that's
yeah,
Bermuda's approach, which is why it's so frustrating when people criticize the I think it was a 4-0 that we beat Bermuda on home soil. People were a little bit up in arms with the scoreline, but they have to realize that this is a defensively well organized Bermudan side. So it's interesting that you've picked up on that defensive approach from Bermuda again because they're like a brick wall when they're organized against you.
Very good points. Very, very good points, Malik and Crystal. You don't just come up against teams that will roll over. If they're not willing to just roll over and they've got a plan and they've got intentions, they've got determination, grit, and a plan, it can be very hard to break down a team that comes in with a defensive minded attitude. So I would agree. I was not in the camp, and I'm not in the camp that suggests that Jamaica have played poorly or below expectations. I think expectations is the key again, based on of course the likes of Rebecca Spencer and Tiffany Cameron. We've got and of course Khadija Shaw. We've got many talented players playing in top league clubs around Europe and in America, but the standard has been increasingly getting higher, and Malik made a very good point about the David and Goliath scenario. When you come up against a team that is supposedly bigger than you and comes with a reputation, that sometimes raises the opponent's game and puts them on their P's and Q's and makes sure that they have a kind of doubled effort, especially if they are not cowed and not willing to be rolled over. So it can make it that much more difficult to break down teams and score abundance of goal, which is why the Dominican Republic would be cock-a-hoop at that 9-0 opening game win, because that won't happen too often for them at this level. Almost 20 minutes on the clock, and we've not really seen
Miss Gina Gonzalez. All depends on where you're based in the world. I'm assuming you're probably based in the United States. If you are, then you can find the game on Paramount. Is that right, guys? Mikey and Malik, is it Paramount?
Paramount
Yeah,
Plus.
yeah, Paramount Plus, and also try CBS Sports if you have CBS Sports.
There you go, Gina. Hopefully, the guys have been able to point you in the right direction. I don't think you're based in the UK, but if you are based in the UK, then you can try YouTube, because that's where myself and also Richard Stevens. So yes, there you go, YouTube. Great shout. Enjoy the rest of the game. Have a lovely Friday. All depends on where you're based, and enjoy your weekend when it comes.
I think CBS is making a mistake. If Jamaica is not playing in the game, they shouldn't block Jamaica from seeing the game on YouTube. They should let people in the US. Well, it's not US is not even playing. People in DR and Bermuda shouldn't be able to see it. I
But what
mean, in
difference does
DR,
it make if the fans can see the game? It's not that we're going to have an impact on the
no,
result.
because CBS wants you to buy Paramount Plus,
Okay, understood. Okay,
so
understood.
it's a money thing.
Okay,
So
understood.
so so what I think maybe you can get Paramount Plus in Jamaica if you buy it, if you have a smart TV. So therefore you'd have to pay for it. You know what I mean?
But
So
but you know
huh?
the funny thing, Paramount Plus is not even available in Jamaica. It hasn't it hasn't reached Jamaica yet. Because when I looked it up on Google, they said it hasn't reached Jamaica yet, and the farther has reached is like Mexico.
Okay. And I guess it's in Canada too. If it's in
Yeah, it's
Mexico,
in yeah
yeah.
Mexico and Canada.
Right. So I think that then they should give somebody the rights to carry the game and collect a fee for it. You know, like maybe Flow Sports or Sports Max or
Hmm.
one of those sports, because Flow Sports I think goes right through the Caribbean, I think,
Yeah,
and
it
Sports
does.
Max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
it
yeah,
does.
I mean it is not I don't see it. I don't understand. But you know,
Be-
they have their own business way. So, you know, the Americans know how to make money. That's the name of the game.
because it's just like the time when I was watching the who was it, the under 20 girls that just recently played
Yes.
last month. Yeah, when I was watching them, they had it like where it was blocked on the Concacaf YouTube channel, but
Yeah.
if you had like Fox Soccer channel,
Yeah.
you could watch it.
But funny enough, the Jamaica Haiti game. Jamaica played Haiti, right? Who they played in the
Who did he play?
playoffs? Who Jamaica played in the playoffs? Jamaica
I
had to
think
beat
it
a team.
I think it was Haiti. Was it Haiti?
Yeah, it was Haiti, and they cut away from the game and went to hockey or some other sport, and we didn't see it. They started the game in the
Dang,
first 20 minutes and just cut away, and that was the end of the game for us. They
dang,
went to a
that had
different
me.
sport because it was a rain delay game or something like that. There was rain and they didn't start on time or something like. But to me, I mean, they could tell you switch to like a next different station to see it for free, but they're not
Mhm.
going to do that.
Nope.
You know,
So
so
we've got about almost 23 minutes there on the clock. What do you guys make of the game so far? Obviously,
even
the result
Stevens,
favors
even
us.
yeah, even Stevens, the game is even. And like I said, what like I've been preaching from Monday
Here we
that
go. Here we go.
that Bermuda is not a pushover, and Bermuda made us win this game.
Yes.
Remember,
I
I
like
said
the
it,
way that
and
sounds.
people doubt me
I agree
because
with you. It looked like Bermuda might win this game.
right. So, and I tell people that this team is not as good as people think they are. The DR team, they got lucky to beat Grenada 9-0. Okay, and that is just it. Flash in the pan. It happens sometimes. Every chance you get, you score. It happened every 20 or 30 games every in a team. So like the time England must have beat Germany 5-0, 5-1 years ago. I mean, that don't happen down with it. England just got lucky and hit their chances. You remember that game? It was 6 something. What, you remember that game?
That was the Michael Owen, yes, and Emil Heskey, yes, in Germany.
Wait, what was the score? 6-1 or something like that? Or
I think it was
7-1?
5. No. I think it was more 5-1. I think that was before the World Cup.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was one of It was
When they hit, when they
one
all
of,
the chances they got, they scored. I mean, you know what I mean?
I
Even
can
half
see
chances. That's what.
someone is trying to join us in the studio, but your device isn't connected. Also, if you're going to join us, then please do turn on your camera. That's the only way we'll be able to bring you on live stream with us if we can see your face. For obvious reasons, we need to know who we're speaking to. So Gina, I'm really sorry about the fact that you can't actually gain access to the game. Sorry about that. Hopefully, we can talk you through the game. I'm going to switch on my shared screen in a bit so that we can look at the league standing and, more importantly, why we're watching this game. And I say we as in the Jamaican football fans. So let me go ahead and turn on my shared screen for you guys, and we can go over and look at Dominican Republic. As you can see, there's only 20 minutes. 26 minutes played there in that game is going on at the moment. Dominican Republic versus Bermuda. Bermuda actually just whipping a cross in the box, and the goalkeeper way off her line, bit of a clumsy save, but she managed to save, put her get her hands on the ball with the follow up. So that game at the moment is 0-0 between Dominican Republic and Bermuda. And why it's important to us is because our last game in the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers at round 1 will be on home soil against Dominican Republic, the host for tonight's game. Here's how things is looking in Group C. As you can see there, if the game stays the way it is, it will be Dominican Republic out on 7 points with Jamaica on 6. And you still have that goal difference there to focus on. Hopefully we can either equal that or better yet, go above that in our game against Cayman Islands.
Here comes the Dominican.
Dominican Republic, as you can see there, guys, are on 13 goal difference. Jamaica are on 9. Tonight's opponents for Dominican Republic is Bermuda, and they're on 2 as their goal difference. So we'll take a look at this table later on, but that's how things stand at present. Okay, let's take that off.
Malik, where are you based in the U.S.?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. Is that a Jamaican flag I see in your background?
Yes.
Okay. Come prepared, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, but DC accent, man. You know what Jamaican accent?
No, but I'm half Jamaican. My dad from Jamaica.
There's no half Jamaican, my friend. You are the full or you ain't.
What Mike is saying, Malik, you need to pick a side. So you're either going to say full American or full Jamaican. That's what he's saying.
There's no halfway, man.
Well, I'm full there, you know.
Okay.
Better hope your mom don't hear you saying that, Malik.
But if y'all notice, while watching this game, when Bermuda gets into the attacking part of the game, they so far they cannot break down the Dominican defense. So far, because so far it don't look like they could break down the defense. Is what I'm seeing from watching this game so far.
Yeah. What happened? Number 13 is their engine on Bermuda. Okay, I don't know her name. She plays for the same team that Jody Brown plays for, in University of Florida, FSU. Yeah. So, and she's very good, but she's the engine, so everything got to go through her.
Okay.
number 13.
You're speaking about Nesbeth.
Yes, I think she's a junior, I think, or something like that. So she'll be there next year too with Jody.
Yeah, she's about 20 years old.
Right, so she's about maybe a junior. Yeah,
Yeah, she's 20 years old.
yeah.
The Dominican Republic have looked half decent in their own half in patches, but I must say I am underwhelmed thus far with the Dominican Republic's performance. As I alluded to earlier, I think these round 3 games have shown teams have another side to them when they've got
I
things at stake. The games seem to get a little closer in performance. Mikey,
I think the Concacaf gave the women about a raw deal. They should give them a home and away games because teams
interesting.
are getting better as they play. So if you're good in the first round, maybe the other team wasn't so good in the first round, may beat you in the second round. You know what I mean? It should be a tour. It should be a round. It should be home and away basis, like the men. Why are they doing this to the women?
Was this because of the COVID situation and truncated
But
situation
yeah,
with the World Cup being next year? I don't know. Is
yeah,
that the reason, or would it
but
usually have been a
the
home
men
and
play
away
no, but
situation?
the men played home and away, and their World Cup is this year. Women World Cup is next year, so why women couldn't do it?
I don't have the answer to that particular question. As I
No,
said, I don't know
because
if there's been a precedent. If there's been a precedent for the home and away scenario, or if it's
well,
always been
because
a home
they don't.
situation.
It's because they don't matter women's sport. That's why. Because the men would play home and away. Even in the nation leagues, they're playing home and away.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Women should play home and away.
I will be in Jamaica for that Nation League game versus Suriname, so I will be going to that game.
Yeah. What date is that game?
The 7th of June.
7th of June. Now I gotta be here. I got a big plan for the I think the 7th is what day? I think the 9th of June. I have a big plan going on. I mean, I invite you guys are invited to come. I mean,
What is this? Is it a cookout, Mikey? If it's a cookout, I'll book my ticket immediately.
yes, it is a cookout.
I'm there already. I don't know about Richie. We can travel together. Can we Gatwick, Heathrow, whatever? Bring the little
Yeah.
teddy bear in the background as well.
Fly Virgin Atlantic, the
Virgin?
best airline in the world. I don't know if it still is, but it was when that guy, the other guy, the first owner owned it. I flew that airline. I said every time I'm going to England, I'm flying this.
Richard
baby.
Branson don't own Virgin no more?
No, he sold it
I never knew that.
long time ago. He don't own it no more.
I never
He
knew
sold
that
every.
he sold
He
it.
sold everything. He sold every. I think he even sold Virgin Records too.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, he live in an island over there in the in Virgin Islands. He had bought an island over there in. I don't know if it's the British Virgin Island or the U.S. Virgin Island, but I know he bought
Oh,
an
so
island.
he bought one of the islands.
Yes, he lives on an
Wow.
island by himself. Yes.
I've not seen him for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the British or the U.S. It's one. What's
It's
the
probably
Virgin
the
Islands?
it's probably the British Virgin Islands.
Yeah, he bought an island. He lives out there, and the other dude that killed himself bought an island out there too.
Yeah, I know
Maxwell?
who you're referring to.
Huh?
No,
No, I don't
no,
want to
no.
call his name.
The one.
The other dude.
Yeah,
That's the other dude. That's the other dude.
That's the other one that we don't mention that one's name, but
Yeah, the other dude. Yeah,
yeah, I know who
the
you're
other dude.
referring to from
Yeah, yes.
across the pond.
Yes. The nut.
I know who you're referring to with that one. So, guys, half an hour gone on this game, and as it stands, like Mikey touched on earlier on, it's pretty evens game here. Hence the scoreline 0-0. Dominican Republic taking on Bermuda there. Yeah, pretty even stuff. And at last, I should say, Dominican Republic have met their match. So, don't think we're going to be seeing a high score line here if Dominican Republic managed to get a win.
No, like I said, it's going to be 2-1, 1-0, something like that.
I'm hoping it's 2-1. I want them to lose tonight so badly. Hoping Bermuda can beat them. Please.
because most of their players are college players. That's why I'm giving Jamaica the edge. You know, and Jamaica have more experienced players. If they are most of their players are college players, they're not very experienced.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
Good
mean
point.
that they, huh? You know what I mean?
Good
So
point. Good point. Good point.
yeah. So
I
I
mean,
mean,
for some
next
of
ye-
them, even though they're
next,
playing,
yeah,
carry on,
huh?
Mikey.
No,
Carry
I said
on.
it. The next go around, the 4 years time, they're going to be good
Yeah,
because they're going to be playing pro.
yeah.
So you don't may not want to run into them the next go around, but this go around, yeah,
I mean, I was saying, even when you're playing at college level, or for us
mhm,
in
yeah,
the UK university level,
mhm,
um, that's a high level. That's better than a lot of competitive leagues, pro leagues across the world. That Mikey touched on.
yeah,
One of the teammates there, one of Jody Brown's teammates there, playing for FSU in Florida, she would have been used to winning trophies
yeah,
at that level, at that college level in the United States.
yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying that the college level is not high, but when you play at what with like on college teams, if you have 23 players on your roster, which most
No, no.
football stuff,
I'm saying in terms of people who aren't familiar to your
okay,
Jody Brown reference, they probably don't know that a player
yeah,
like that would have already tasted victory
yeah,
at
okay,
college level, winning trophies. So
yeah,
what I'm trying to say is she's used to a certain level of pressure even at that young age,
yeah.
playing at the college level.
And no, what I was saying that at college level, you have a team that has 23 players, and you have good players, and
Mm,
not so fair players.
yeah,
So, but at the professional level, everybody is good. So you play at a higher level. Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
right.
And if and another thing, talking about like college players and all of that. If you look at Jamaica got a couple of top college players
Yep.
already in the wins right now. So in a couple years, so basically, when a lot of other players start to age out, then
Yeah.
Jamaica just put them in. We should still be dominant and fine, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, like what's her name? Peyton McNamara, is that her name?
Yeah. The girl that played on the 20 team.
Yeah.
She got hurt. She got hurt. Is she? Did you hear anything about her? How she's mending?
No, I
I
haven't
want
heard
I
anything
wanted to
about.
do a it's a good question, Mikey. Sorry to interrupt you there, Malik. Finish off your response.
Oh, I was saying no, I haven't heard anything about her, how she's healing or anything.
And she's very skillful.
Yeah, and then,
I
and
think
then
she could make this team. I think she could make Jamaica this team here. Just our
yeah,
Jamaica team.
but she, if I'm correct, she a striker, so she would have to sit on. She would be second on the list to money. If,
Yeah.
so unless Jamaica will go with two strikers,
No, but they got
then
McCoy. McCoy's a good striker too.
Mm-hmm.
She plays for
but
Rangers
then
in England.
but then she'd be third on the list, so she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a tight game, Travis. A good analysis. It's evens game so far. Like I was saying, Dominican Republic have finally met their match, so there shouldn't be no high score line from Dominican Republic tonight. Good cross. Ooh, she don't have her shooting boots on tonight. Hopefully it stays that way. Definitely don't have her shooting boots on. Did you see that from Kara?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah.
Good, good movement there from
She have a nice
Dominican
left foot.
Republic. Yeah,
I tell you,
I
they
think
got
she
some good
probably.
left-footed players.
I think it was Ovido, number 11, Ovido there, putting the cross into the box. And Cara there. I think she just leaned back maybe a little bit too much.
Yep. Our head was in the air too.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
get the right accuracy there with
If
her
that was
shot.
on target, that would have landed in the back of the net.
100%. The idea was right, but
Yeah.
hopefully that she can pull off more of the same and she don't find target
Yeah.
tonight.
Maybe. Well, maybe she can continue playing some American football.
You know what? Sometimes when I'm going to Jamaica, I have to travel via the States, so let me not say nothing bad about them.
No, 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 no. What I mean, American football goalpost is very high, so she's kicking up.
I know what you mean. I know they love
Okay.
their American football though, so I'm not gonna say
Or,
nothing about them
or,
and the
yeah,
NFL.
cause you know
or
you
us.
know how you You know, I'm an American football fan, so you
See?
know.
Me too. But I can't talk about my team. My team
Who's
haven't won 5 games in like 10 seasons.
who's your team?
The Jets.
Oh well, my team
Oh,
in the same. My team in the same boat with yours. Well,
Who that?
well,
Redskins.
actually, no. My team not in the same boat. We a little bit better. My team is the Detroit Lions.
Oh, they're a losing team just like the Jets, man. The two team need to pack up and go play soccer or something like that.
hmm.
So, oh, you're a Barry
How would
fan,
you
huh?
describe it?
Well, I
How
never
would
got
you
to
describe the
see.
game so far?
There
It's
isn't
a
really much to it, to be honest
yeah,
with you. It's just evens, very even
but
game, back and
but
forth, no real execution from either team so far.
DR has so far the better chances,
Yeah, Di had
and look
more chances on goal and all
and
that.
look like
So
yeah, look like they're more like a team to score. But you know how football is. You look likely to score, and a team that don't look so good is the one that scores.
tell me about it. That sound like the Reggae Boys.
We don't want to mention that team today either. We deal with the Reggae girls. We talked about the Reggae boys next month. No, 2 months from now when they start going for the nation leagues.
Malik, can you tell us how big a profile the U.S. Women's soccer team has in the States?
How big of a profile? I mean, they're starting to get like great gain traction just as the man, because like as y'all know, they just equal. Well, got the same equal pay. If you can help me out with this, Mikey, they got
Yeah.
the same equal amount of pay as the man now, and
Yes.
people are starting to put more respect on them. You know, on their team.
Oh, off the post.
Guys, oh my,
Yeah,
Carla
that
red
was
shot. That one
that was a
ricocheted off the post. Denied. Dominican Republic denied of
you,
getting the
The upright,
opening
I
goal
meant. Yeah.
there.
you know what it is? It's the soccer gods not shining their sunlight on them today.
It literally is one of the. I mean, Malik, I'm with you on that. Hopefully, it stays that way. That should have been the opener.
Well, not necessarily. She didn't catch it. She didn't catch
the
it
goalie,
flush.
the
She
goalie
didn't
dived
catch it
over it.
flush.
The goalie
Yeah,
dived over it.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's it's, it's the it's literally the post that saved the stopped it from going in.
No, the
yeah. I
girl got a toe to it. It came off the bottom of the boot of the girl and turned it to the post.
We've got a direct free kick here for Dominican Republic, guys. See what they're gonna do. If she's gonna go straight
Danger,
for the goal, or if she's gonna float one into the air for a header.
She's
re-
going
this
straight
re-
to
is
goal. Straight
this
to
is
referees
goal.
dangerous
ensuring
area.
Seems like that's what she's gonna do, doesn't it?
Yes, she's
referees
going straight to
ensuring that
goal.
there's 10 yards for that wall. And she comes, steps up, side foot, safe hands, soft effort. It's comfortably saved by the Bermudian goalkeeper.
There wasn't really much strength there in that kick. Low and a comfortable save there for Dominican. Sorry, for Bermuda there. Yeah, that shot lacked strength. Really much strength there in that shot. So easy save there for Turner.
So you guys still afraid of DR?
Where's Formula? I need to know where Formula is, because Formula Formula
The
was very
palm,
expressive last night.
yeah, and
I
palm
can't
got
remember
sweating too.
where he's. No, I think it's not necessarily about being afraid of Dominica. It's more so about not wanting to underestimate your opponents. Even Cayman Islands, not wanting to get too ahead of ourselves of Cayman Islands. Moving on to the big blockbuster against Dominican Republic. Even with them, just measuring the game, not getting ahead of ourselves, because we saw what happened when we played against Grenada when we switched off for like less than a minute, less than 60
Mm-hmm.
seconds, and they scored. So I think it's more about stuff like that, just just measuring our expectation and not getting too ahead of ourselves.
Well, and if you go back a couple months ago when I was on IMAX TV, I had said, that I said Jamaica was going to be DR easily. They just playing some little, cupcake team, so they going to get the little wins and look good. But when they go up against a team that's on the same level as them, or even a step ahead of them, they won't be able to fully match up like how they able to match up with the teams like Canaan and Bermuda and all the other teams, the natives.
Hmm. Malik, how did you come across the channel?
How did I come across the channel? I think I don't remember because I've been watching you for a minute. I think see like how when you watching other channels and they say other people watch this channel, and so I clicked on your channel and ever since I just been watching you.
Oh, that's good. That's sweet.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
so, so, Malik, you know what happened, all right? When regular girls are playing, you don't watch it. You don't go to the boys. You come to the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, when you see and then when the regular girls playing, I'm never on YouTube. I'm in my house watching a Paramount Plus. I had to focus on the TV because I'm here yelling at the TV, coaching,
You played
walking.
soccer? Did you play soccer?
Nah, but I watch enough to understand to start to understand the game. All of that.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 additional minutes of the first half there, guys, as we edge towards the end of the first 45. 2 additional minutes there until we reach half time. So this one's come quick. First 45 has come quick tonight.
Yep. You know why? When you're having fun, good
It's
conversation.
it's true. It's true. That is true. That's something I can't deny. That's true.
And what's so good about you have two, you guys are across the pond, and we are on the other side of the pond.
It's
Indeed,
so true.
Eh?
indeed. The
Across the
Atlantic
pond versus across the pond.
Transatlantic Treaty.
I like it.
NATO.
No bother with them, No, don't go there. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't
United
be that guy.
Nations.
Don't be that guy.
Oh, Richard, I see you got. I see you dumped the Russian cable Wi-Fi company you was using, man.
Do not try to traduce the Russian bear's name. They
Because
supply
boy, you were
you with
breaking up.
copious. They supply the states with copious amounts of gas. Meanwhile, instructing the Europeans, don't let me go there.
So Shaz Entertainment, I should say. My apologies. I see you're back over here again. A couple times this week I've seen you for sure. I hope your Friday's going well. Shaz Entertainment says Bermuda is playing great in a Jamaican term. Yeah, it would be great if they could actually beat Dominican Republic, but I hope your Friday's going well and enjoy the weekend when it comes. We've got a Dominican Republic corner here. This should be the last chance for the end of the first 45.
This is gonna be dangerous.
Good header. Good-headed clearance there by Bermuda.
It's
Through the legs. Cheeky little nutmeg. Whips this one back into the box.
I
The
wonder
ref don't know when time is up.
I wonder what the Dominican Republic's manager is thinking, and what will they do tactics-wise come the end of this first half and going into the second half, because I detect a lack of it's good that Crystal and Mikey you alluded to the Dominican Republic's team being comprised of a lot of college players. Here's a good opportunity. Here's an opportunity. Ooh,
but the ref is not looking at our watch.
Get it
Time
over.
is done.
I'm saying get it over. Goodness gracious me. You know, I try to be neutral at times, you know. I'm encouraging her to get it over. I wonder if they're lacking a little. I wonder if they're lacking
Richard,
a
we
little
have
bit
to
of
take you off the
experience.
screen, you know, Richard, if that's who you're supporting.
What's up with this ref? The time is up.
No.
It's 2 minutes. It's now 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's way over 2 minutes. I don't know what's going on right here.
Yeah, the Haitian ref not looking at our watch.
I'm surprised you're not blaming it on the Russians.
No, yeah, she have on a Russian Rolex.
You see there? I think there's a lack of
He's
inexperience.
just blew the whistle there. The end of the first 45 has come to a conclusion there, and it is 0-0 stalemate as it stands in the game between Dominican Republic and Bermuda. And as you can tell, guys, this is a live watch along. Before I forget my manners, massive thank you to my special guest tonight. It is Mr. Mikey Ballin, Mr. Richard Stevens, and also Mr. Malik Mills. Be kind to all of them, as you guys always are in the comment section. It's actually Malik's debut on the platform. Hopefully it won't be the last. Again, before I forget my manners, thank you guys for blessing me with your time. Guys, in the comment section, the ultimate 12th man, thank you guys for choosing to sit and watch us do the live watch along. I hope you're enjoying what you're listening to so far. If you haven't done so already, do go ahead and hit that like button. How are you guys feeling at the end of the first 45?
Even I give DR the edge, slight edge. They had 2 clear chances, and they didn't make use of it. Now in the Grenada game, they got it. They scored because they scored on most of their chances. They're playing a team that's a little cut above Grenada, and they're having difficulties. Because they only have really 2 clear chances in 48 minutes. You know, and if Bermuda can continue playing the way they're playing, this may end up 0-0. And then when they come to Savannah Park, the home of the Reggae Girls, they have to play for a win. So the back is going to be open wide for Jamaica because they have to go on the attack, total attack. Because if we win tomorrow and they tie today, they have to come to win. And when you're playing for a win, that's when you're most vulnerable.
You're open, you're split wide open, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, everybody's going forward except the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Sometimes you do see the goalkeeper going forward. And can you imagine in the dying moments your goalkeeper go forward and cost you the game?
Yep.
Whoever that goalkeeper is, if they're from Dominican Republic, surely they're getting left in Kingston. They're not getting on that plane back to Dominican Republic.
You know, what I would do, I get them a tour of like Bob Marley Museum before we play them.
Why? To sweet them up?
Yeah, man. When them say Bob Marley and just saying, when they go, them can't play. Or even better than that, I make sure you're seeing both go greet them. I Shelly and because you know they want to hold for selfie and think them forget about the game.
like an hour before the game.
Yeah. I'm being a man, you know. I'm being a man.
The girl them sugar.
Yeah.
Oh. You lot are something else, I swear. This person, John Spence, good evening. How are you? Absolutely spot on. Big up Crystal and the panelists, my lovely panelists. I can't do this show without them. I like that. I like the way you think. So crafty. I love it.
Yeah, we have to make noise of people's hotel room. We just send Beanie Man, Usain Bolt, Shelly, and Elaine Thompson too. Just send them over there and say, listen, come to greet the team and to have a sit down talk. Everybody wants a selfie. Everybody forget about the game.
Tell them you see them after the game for some photos.
Yes. Tell me I keep a bashment after the game. Be the man that run it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You have to use the advantage that you have, man.
Oh,
and I'm sure all of them know Usain Bolt, Shelly Ann Fraser, and Elaine Thompson.
Yeah,
they know who they are.
big athletes.
I'm more likely Beanie Man too. Some of them may know who Beanie, not all of them, but most of them may know Beanie Man.
Mm, big athletes.
You
Yep.
might have to. You might have to also come with one dance, one young dancehall artist who they might know.
Yeah.
Get them like a skilly bang who they might know.
Yeah.
Question, guys. Do you think that the Bermudans may may have overexerted themselves? Do you think that they'll suffer stamina wise against the Dominican Republic come the
No,
second half?
no, because they're playing 10, they're playing nine behind the ball. They only have one forward up top. It's like they're playing, they're trying to play counter attack. They're playing like how our other team play with the previous coach, counter attacking ball. If you see Bermuda, they have 9 players behind the ball all the time. If you count the goalkeeper, they have 10.
And
So
something I want. Oh, go ahead. And something I wanted to say. I wanted to say like how you said they playing counter attacking. I think in the second half they might need to come out and try to play more of a balanced game than just counter attacking if they really want to win.
yeah, because if what I was trying to tell some guys is that if they win here, they have 6 points, and then they have to play Grenada, I think, and then if they have 9. If Jamaica, no, they still can't. No, they don't have a chance to go through. They could end up 3 teams could end up with 9, but the goal difference is going to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a technicality. Technically, I think the Bermudans apparently might still be in. Is that right? They might be technically, but no. In all likelihood, it's going to be a 2-horse affair. I have been a little underwhelmed by the Dominican Republic, Crystal, Mikey, Malik viewers and subscribers. I have been a little
I don't think
disappointed
you are
with them.
underwhelmed, I think it's probably clouded judgments and the fact that they've had two fairly hefty score lines so far. Like I said, tonight they've met their match against Bermuda in terms of quality, like for like similar qualities, transition of play, organizational play in terms of the play from the back. We know how good Bermuda are defensively because we've played against them already, and Dominican Republic are up against that tonight. So I don't think it's necessarily surprising. They're just up against a team that can go toe to toe with them. Mikey's right. In the first 45, we saw glimpses, a few glimpses of maybe a suggestion of Dominican Republic have the slight edge over Bermuda, but it's not about a great. It's not a great amount of edge. It's just a fraction of an edge better than Bermuda at the moment. But hopefully, in the second 45, Bermuda can come back and put in a applaudable performance and get their names on the goal, get their names on the score sheet because that's what we want to see
Yeah,
at least. Just
I would love to
beat
see
them.
Bermuda score first.
I would love to see that happen. Open up Dominican Republic, force them to open up. So yeah, that's
Yep.
what I want to see. Bermuda beat them because if they win tonight, don't want to think of them winning tonight. It's just you're making the final game even more difficult than it already is, and that's what it is. It's a difficult game. That will no doubt be our hardest game so far
Yeah.
of the
Well,
tournament,
you
of
don't.
the
Yeah.
competition.
Well,
Anyway, guys, excuse me for a second. I'll be right back.
Go for
all
it.
right,
Go for
all
it.
right, Mikey. All right, full respect. This has certainly added another narrative to the unfolding drama. Viewers and subscribers, Crystal, Malik. I mean, I I don't think I don't think many expected Bermuda to be so closely uh, tied, literally and metaphorically, nil. And
No,
and I tell
thing.
and I tell you what, and there's a possibility of the Bermudans, the way this is going, with the counter-attacking that we saw from the likes of St. Kitts and Nevis against Guatemala. I could see Bermuda, if they put the right ball through on this Dominican Republic's defense, they could have a sniff at actually taking all 3 points, which is a really uh, unexpected, relatively speaking, delightful spin. Spins the key. This one
Spin is the
I've still
key
got
word
that
for
on
us
my mind.
tonight, right? Yeah,
Oh
I
yes.
But
don't think I'm surprised, to be honest with you, Richard.
Maybe
Again,
not yourself, but I think for the majority of people, but maybe because you've got keener eyes on it. And remember, I must say, I mean, I did a bit of homework, so maybe I should take stock of this. Jamaica ranked what 51st at the beginning of well, as of March 22nd, and the Dominican Republic women were ranked around 109th in the world. So I've not been overly concerned about Jamaica meeting Dominican Republic, except when you've got a team that is determined to hold out for a positive result or negative. If they're looking to come away with a draw, then it can be a difficult proposition for teams who are expected to win and have the home advantage. So this is a really interesting situation that is unfolding, and maybe that 9-0 flattered the Dominican Republic because ranked 109th, Jamaica 51st in the world. You know, this is not a team that looks like it's got the ability to beat a team 9-0. So I think that was an outlier of a result. That first game, that 9-0. So I say steady as you go, Reggae Girls. I don't need to see Jamaica inundating and throwing goals past teams. They'll be going nice and steady, and it's really whetted my appetite for the game against the Cayman Islands. How will the Cayman Islands play at home? And also looking to restore some pride to their game and develop their game. And how will the Reggae Girls respond when the the chips are on the line? Remember, it's only the
yeah,
team, the more that qualifies from the group.
I
So
don't necessarily think that anybody's whether we like it or not, just have to give credit to Dominican Republic because they saw a moment, saw an opportunity, and they executed it beautifully well. They created
brilliantly,
that healthy goal difference, and it's something that they deserve, and no one can sit and be begrudgeful of them.
not at all.
I don't really pay too much attention on world ranking because the game is played on the day. This is the reason why you've got someone like Vin Blaine. The current World Cup champions is the United States, and he said, despite the last outing where they beat us 4-0, Jamaica have what it takes to beat a United States team, and that will be, despite the distance there in terms of world ranking between Jamaica and the United States. So I don't. Football is played on the day, and if you're not bringing your A game, then you can get beat. We've seen surprise victories across the world. A few weeks ago, one of the surprise victories was knowing that Italy won't be going to the World Cup, and they are the current Euros champions where the men's team is concerned. So I don't really look too much into a world ranking and where a particular country is based off what we've seen tonight, being able to take in Dominican Republic. We already knew about the capabilities and abilities of Bermuda. They are a good side, and they're not going to be just like how yes, we beat Bermuda, but I think the scoreline didn't reflect the game itself. That game will probably be similar to that. So that game being our game against Dominican Republic should be similar in terms of how the game is like played out. But yeah, they are there to be beat. But I trust that they're looking at Jamaica and thinking, well, at the moment it's us that's leading the table, not you. So nobody can sit comfortable and be confident and beat on their chest and say, I'm going to beat you, because if the fans can do it, but if the players do that, then they could find themselves on the losing end. So it's an interesting position.
but let me ask you this:
Well said. Well
before
said.
this, before the second half starts, what do y'all think that Bermuda got to do to get the ball into the net? Because, like I said, I think they got to play a more balancing game. So, what do y'all think that they might have to do to get that ball into the net in the second half?
I think that they've got to have. I agree with you. I think if they've got a more offensive-minded attitude, not going gun ho, but I think if they can actually just be a bit more crisper and more accurate with that final ball, I think the Dominican defense is there not quite for the taking, but there's opportunities there if you play and thread a ball through, time your run correctly. I think you can get through because they seem to play at times a little bit high and they're a little bit static, and they can be got at if the right ball is played through. Speed wise, I don't know if the Bermudans would be described as electric. So that's a factor. But if they've got their heads up and believe in themselves and are switched on, play that right ball through, not just sit back and have the nine players behind the ball, and be prepared to break with meaning and not just rely on the counter at all times for the second half with 45 minutes or so to go. There could be opportunities. So it's all about here. I think that's what Krista was alluding to as well. What's up here? Your intention, your mindset, your attitude and outlook to the game can determine, and you've got to be switched on. The Dominican Republic may have brought their A game, but the Bermudans certainly have brought their A game. This will be a very intriguing second half. If you've not hit that like button, hit it now. We're going to have our eyes. I've got 4 of them, and Mikey's got another 4. Was that 4, 8, 10, 12? 12 eyes on this game, so you're getting all kinds of angle as the game kicks off. Second
half is just underway, guys. Richard, you're something else. Second half is just underway, and just a reminder, as it stands, it is 0-0 stalemate as it stands in that game between Dominican Republic and Bermuda. In case you're wondering why are we watching a Dominican Republic and Bermuda game, well, it is because the blockbuster in our group will be down to Jamaica hosting Dominican Republic next week on home soil, and that one, as it stands, it is winner takes all, as in advance to the next round of the Concacaf women's qualifiers. Right now we're in round 1. I'm glad that you said there's several different pairs of eyes watching the game. Does that mean that I can actually go and finish off my dinner and then come back and join you guys? Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
That should be breakfast.
Thank you, guys. I promise I won't take long. I'll just take myself off screen, but if you need me, I'm literally gonna just be here. So I'll just remove myself from screen for about 5 minutes.
What do you having for breakfast?
Well, I actually ordered Chinese for me and my cousin yesterday, and I gave him his dinner a couple hours ago, and I just couldn't finish it because I started it, which is why I had the spring rolls. I started the dinner, and then I'd had to do the other live stream. So I'm hungry right now, so I just want to eat something. I'm not going too far. I'm just gonna reheat my food, and
that's all right.
You guys can actually see me. You guys can see me, but the guys in the comment section won't be able to see me once I take myself off screen. Right, I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
It's literally a competitive second half that started. We've got a Dominican Republic player. Well, there was a Dominican Republic player and a Bermudan down after coming together near the center circle, but they're both up a little gingerly, but they're back up in the fray, and there's a free kick to the Dominican Republic about 20 yards outside the D of the penalty area of the Bermudans.
But let me ask y'all this, because this was something I heard y'all talking about the other day. Y'all was saying
swung in, and the header goes wide. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Richard. Go ahead, Malik.
Yeah, yes, I would rather Jamaica be in a group with like America and Canada than Mexico.
No. What we're saying, America and Canada is going to be in separate groups, and then these qualifying teams are going to go into one of the groups. So I wouldn't want Jamaica to be in the Mexican group because Mexico is at home. Because the top 2 goes through. So I would want to be in the Republic.
I'm keeping my eyes on the game as you're doing the conversation. So I'm just mixing it. There's a corner to the Dominican Republic.
Because if I have to play Canada or the USA, I don't want to have to play Mexico too.
Oh, header, crossbar. Headers come in, and wait a minute. Well, Yes, I was wondering if it's gone over goal line technology, but no, it's the crossbar and it's another corner. The Dominican Republic ladies are up for this game. They're looking to take the 3 points. They seem to have begun this second half very sprightly and with intent. Arrowed
The
across,
goalie,
it's going into the area, ping ponging in the area. It's now with the Bermudans, and I think the whistle's gone. It may have been handball, and it's a free kick to Bermuda. They can relieve some of the pressure. Set piece here, and it was a nice corner there. Went to the towards the far post, and in fact, it wasn't a header; it was a volley. And she remonstrates with herself angrily, but she had no reason to be angry. She wanted the ball to go in, but it was a well executed volley there. Side
goalie got a
footed
piece of
volley.
it. The goalie got a piece of it.
Indeed, he indeed hit it onto the crossbar or took it
Yep.
onto the crossbar. But yeah, there seems to be intent. Seems to be an air of intent from the Dominican Republic. Of course, they're at home and they're going to be aware, and their setup will be very much aware of the situation and scenario here. They've got a potential World Cup berth opportunity on the line. Remember, it's only the teams that top the group that actually proceed. So this is absolutely key for the Dominican Republic. They'll feel that they'll have dropped 2 points if they don't get the 3 points. It won't be a case of a point gained. It will be definitely, in their eyes, 2 points dropped. For the Jamaican supporters, it's music, nectar. All the
Yes,
positives.
Bermuda don't have the final passes really eluding them. So Malik, would you want Jamaica to be in that group, a group of Mexico and the US or Canada?
I would probably. I mean, because I feel like Jamaica would have Jamaica could play good up against Mexico.
Yeah, but you remember the altitude.
So let me think about it.
Like
You
you're
got
playing
some-
in Denver.
All right, so we be in a group with Canada, and that's it.
Next. And Canada and Mexico and Jamaica and someone else.
It's all
Cause
Dominican Republic at
Because
the
how I
moment, by
look
the
at
way.
it, because how I look at it, I don't see like them putting top three. Because Costa Rica going to qualify, so Costa Rica is another top team in this region. So one region going to have the top 3 teams in the region. Like will it be like Canada, Mexico and Jamaica, or U.S., Mexico and Jamaica, however way. But I don't know. I mean, I'll probably take the Canada group.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about the qualification and the interesting thing about the Reggae Girls is that their squad, they really do genuinely have talent, experience, and ability. Arguably, the squad is stronger than it was for the 2018-19 campaign. So I don't think that Jamaica themselves will be looking to duck and dive in terms of who they potentially face or don't face. I think they can take on the various challenges with confidence, and that can only go well for the Jamaican game because the likes of Canada, America, Mexico, they are leading the way on the world stage. They're one of the, so it's terrific for the Concacaf region to have
Because
such quality on show. In Jamaica should be proud that they can mix it, and that can only all go well for the Jamaican game. Go ahead, Malik.
because I was saying, because how was it 1 or 2 spots that qualify for the Olympics also, or just the 1 spot that qualify
One
for
and
the Olympics? 1 and 2.
the 2 top spots.
Mhm.
So the winner of each group qualify for the Olympics.
All
I
right.
think that's how it works. Right. And then the top 4, I think, qualify for the World Cup.
Okay.
And
Because
then
I
the
was
next
saying,
2, and the next 2, they go into a
Mhm.
playoff to see if they qualify for the World Cup. That's what I
Oh,
understand. That's what I think. So the 3rd place finishers still have a chance to make the World Cup.
oh, Because I was saying, I think it's like I know. I think they said the second place team goes into the playoff for the Olympics too. I'm not sure,
I,
but
I I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not
but
sure
I was saying if Jamaica could get that one spot and automatically qualify for the
for the
World Cup,
Olympics.
for
Yeah,
the
and the
Olympics,
Olympics. Yeah,
yeah, that would be wonderful.
yeah. So they need to get in the Canada group then, so they can knock off Canada. They're more likely to knock off Canada and knock off the U.S.
Yeah,
A yellow card has been brandished, just a yellow, no red involved. The yellow card has been brandished to the um, a Bermudian player for a ball that was dropping. It seemed to be a unfortunate clash. Nothing overly
because if you
dangerous, but yellow card has been shown to the Bermudans. So it's a very competitive area in the midfield here. I think they're aware that the Dominicans are trying to exert their influence in all aspects of this game, and that the tackles are noticeably flying in. The Bermudans are not taking a backward step, which is very interesting to see. And here's a counter as we speak. Here's a counter from the
Bermudans.
Bermudans, and the ball's been played a little while. It's just outside the box and it's chipped just over the bar. It was a speculative effort. She was on the stretch. The ball wasn't directly played into her path. She was about
Bermuda,
3 yards outside of the D, well, a couple of yards outside the D, and she's tried to go for a chip, and not a bad effort, but that showed the counter
Number
counter
13, like I
intent.
told you, everything goes through number 13 on Bermuda.
Yes, you said indeed, Mikey. Indeed,
if
Mikey.
Bermuda, if
Go
Bermuda
ahead,
would have
Mikey.
played that better, I feel they would have scored right there. They would have played that better.
You see the thing we were talking about, that last ball, about the accuracy, the
Hmm.
crispness of pass and the accuracy. If they can get that right, that's so important.
But if you
So
notice now, Bermuda is pushing up. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in DR's half.
it's a fascinating game because it's different compared to the St. Nevis, the St. Kitts versus Guatemala game, which was kind of almost end to end. This
Yeah,
game is really much more combative. Uh, Stakes are high, and they're into the area again. Yeah, the Bermudans, they're not the quickest. The Dominican Republic seem to have their number when it's a foot race in the penalty area, but they've at least won a corner, the Bermudians. And the Dominican Republic, they certainly know they have a game
good
on
pass,
their
girl.
hands. Whew. No quarter being asked, none being given. Corner comes in, it's flapped up by the keeper, but she got it away. Ball back into the box. It's a bit ping pong. Bermudans have it though. Back to the. Whoa! She laid it back to her colleague just outside the pinning area. They're asking for a deflection, but no dice there. I think it's been given as a goal kick. It was a left-footed effort. I don't know if that player is left-footed, but it was a fairly tame effort that trickled wide. Dominican Republic keepers passed it out, such as the way of the world these days, not lumping it forward, but they're passing out from their own penalty box. It's in midfield now. Throw on to the Dominican Republic, which is taken very quickly.
I'll be back. I'm
Far
gonna go get something to
right
drink.
hand side.
Oh, okay.
All right, Malik. Respect. Intriguing game. It just crossed my mind. I wonder what, because clearly something was said, plenty was said to both teams. So the managers, I think, have really come into their own this second half, and the players, but on both sides, have seemingly responded. The Bermudans, as you said, Mikey, were seem to be pressuring the Dominican Republic in their own half. They're not just giving
Yeah,
them the
the
ball to
room
do
anymore.
what
Yeah,
exactly. So they've been given instructions,
the
and,
coach
in
tell
doing that can create chances for themselves, which has been
the
happening.
coach saying that they're not as good as we thought they were. So push up. to win this
Wow.
game.
Look at this. I tell you, the Bermudans. I'm impressed with their backtracking and running. I remember when the Dominican Republic, got that. Yeah, and there's high fives going on with the Bermudan team. They're really, really in this together. They're playing really as a unit, and they're backing up each other. No one's letting each other down on this pitch. All playing their part.
Yep.
Really
So
committed.
Bermuda has a lot of college kids on the team too. I think they got like two pros on the team. The forward, I think one of the forward and one of the midfielders play in England, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if they're on
Okay.
the field. I don't know if they're on the pitch now, but I think I don't know what their names are.
Well, just for the viewers and subscribers, it's 59 minutes, approaching the 60-minute hour mark, and 0-0. It's Dominican Republic 0. If you're joining for the first time, Dominican Republic 0, Bermuda 0. This was a game that most people would have expected the Dominican Republic to, if not steamroller, edge. But this has been a really wholehearted and smart effort by the Bermudans, full of endeavor and effort. And here they come again, wide right. And you see that touch there. The player had time to compose herself and look up for a pass. Instead, she was on the wide right, ran hard to get the ball, and then having got there, one touch, and she's just literally giving the ball back to the Dominican Republic. So they should be expected to take something from the fact that it's not a case of a team having the cutting edge and being able to hurt them necessarily, but they've got to concentrate also on their game and bring their cutting edge to the party. There's not been too many gilt-edged chances for the Dominican Republic. Of course, they had that cross into the penalty area of the Bermudans, and it was a volley on the full side-footed, produced a terrific save by the Bermudan keeper. But other than that, I can't think of too many gilt-edged opportunities. And I tell you what, this has the look of a hard-fought draw, similar to Cuba and Honduras, I believe, who played earlier.
Hmm.
Uh,
Also, you notice that oh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. When I get it back, I will get back to you.
No problem. I can try to help you. Is it related to the Dominican Republic? You're noticing something?
No. I'll get back to you on that. I can't.
No problem at all. Dominican. Oh, there was a Dominican Republic player who was the number two. The number two was trying to bear down on goal. It was reminiscent of prime El Phenomenon Ronaldo style, barreling through the defense, but was dispossessed. Thought she was going to burst through. Again, stoic, solid defense by the Bermudans. But it's a corner on the right-hand side of the Bermudan penalty area. It's right into the heart of the area. And great hands there by the Bermudan keeper. Wonderful hands. I mean, that was not easy. I mean, any kind of look at that in a sea of players. In fact, she had, wow, the Bermudans there. I love the commitment. I mean, there were two defenders from Bermuda assisting right at the side on either side of the Bermudan keeper. And she clasped that ball in the air with both hands, not a moment's hesitation, no sign of dropping it. And the Dominican Republic, again, have an effort from set pieces. They seem to have a lot of set pieces opportunities, but in open play, they're just not quite cutting it at the moment. 0-0. Who would be satisfied? Well, the Bermudans, I'm sure, would be satisfied with a point. The Dominican Republic, they certainly would not be happy with a point. They could be watching their own World Cup aspirations as they lose possession easily and give the ball to they gave the ball away, and Was that frustration because the Dominican Republic player has responded to losing the ball with a clumsy challenge? I mean, that could easily be a yellow card. I mean, that was a hard challenge and a free kick to the Bermudans as they were about to make another substitute. Well, maybe the first substitution of the game. Well, look at the way this number 20 is running off. She has put in work. She's just one of a bee's worth of Bermudan players, because everyone on that pitch has put 110% into this game. And you could tell the way she was running off, that wasn't any showmanship or brinksmanship. So a substitution, so fresh legs on in the 64th minute. Dominican Republic 0, Bermuda 0. Crystal. Oh no! How are you feeling, Crystal?
I am feeling much better. Thank you, guys. I needed that. Yeah, thank you. So it's amazing how your body just feels instantly better after you've eaten. Just goes to show that you should always just try not to miss your meals. But yeah, I feel much better. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Mikey.
Crystal, a little brighter also. A little brighter also. You know, a little more perky.
That's what I'm saying. It's amazing what happens when you eat. Like, you go from feeling miserable to actually having a little spring in your step. So that's good.
Malik, I can see that you've got your eyes attentively on the game. Good to have you on the stream and on board. Hit the like button, guys. Malik is a welcome addition. Always good to see the gentleman. He has been on IMAX and he's warmly welcomed onto Tallawah TV as well. What are you seeing, Malik? You are looking keenly on the screen. What are you noticing?
Well, I'm noticing that Bermuda are playing with a high intensity, with a high.
Oh, here's a chance. Look at this. Did you see that, Malik? Look at the effort. It was half a chance, a sniff at goal. The ball was bouncing high. It's a very firm pitch. The ball's been headed on, and it was a half-hearted effort by the Dominican Republic forward there.
I just seen it.
What a save.
And
Number
it was a
13.
flying clearance by the Bermudan defender. Oh, it's a
number
wholehearted
13.
effort.
Everything goes to number 13.
I'm just glad that other people can see what Jamaica were up against. So this could add context to those people who were beating the Reggae Girls and saying we should have hit double figures against Bermuda. Now they can see what Bermuda is all about defensively. Not an easy team to go up against, and heroic defending, because there is some they pretty much do not want to be beaten here by Dominican Republic. Obviously.
They've got something about them. They've got plenty about them. This is an absolutely salutary game. Absolutely, 110% agree with you here, Crystal. Fascinating, really, really true. Yeah. And good here they come again. Counter. Here they come again. Countering. There's two of them.
Neutrals.
Two in the box and the jockeying. They're not the quickest. They're not the quickest on the wide. If you've got someone, which is why I like Trudy Carter. That's why I like Trudy. She's got that X factor, and she's got an electric turn of pace, in my opinion. And when she threatens, she bears down. She can beat a player one-on-one. She's got the ability to beat one, even sometimes two player with her speed, and just to create that gap to create the cutback or to have a shot on goal herself. The corner here is taken short by the Bermudans. They let the pace out wide, but in terms of effort, absolutely outstanding. I'm delighted. In fact, at this stage, I'd be gutted for the Bermudan team if they actually left the field without anything from this game, points wise. I think they've got commendations from this game, but I think they need points in the bag. They've absolutely acquitted themselves fantastically well away from home, up against a handy Dominican Republic team, but they have not given anything in terms of effort to Dominican Republic. And Crystal, I think it's a great point. What Jamaica did against this team, was it 4-0?
4-0, yeah. I mean, a few people were complaining because they wanted double figures, but they have to understand Bermuda isn't a pushover team, and also the circumstances that the Reggae Girls went into that game as well. They had minimal training sessions, minimal preparations there. So 4-0. I mean, if you're looking at it, take it as it is. It is football. 4-0 is a applaudable results, and you're seeing it here again. Dominican Republic are the leaders of the group, the leaders of our group, and they can't even get on the scores, the score sheet against Bermuda. Long may it continue. Hopefully, they go on to lose in this case, this game, if not drawing it, because we only want a draw. If Bermuda can do the unthinkable and beat them, then that would be fantastic.
Well, I
Make
tell
up
you what,
yourself 1-1 before I forget my manners, sir.
Yell up 1-1. Yell up
So,
1-1. Yell up 1-1. Full respect.
always about.
The Dominican
Go.
Republic, they
Oh,
would happily, they would give a good right arm to get one goal in this game, let alone 4. They would they would happily. I mean, they are looking not quite 69 minutes, approaching 70 minutes on the clock, and
if you
if not
notice
looking
now,
quite desperate, they're getting into the saloon that is called the Last Chance. Mikey.
if you notice how much Bermudians is in the attacking half, compared to the first half of the game,
And
they
Mike
feel
and Malik,
comfortable.
yeah, Malik was alluding to what they could do in the second half. So it's a really good point. I'm sure Malik is appreciating what the manager has done in this game as a through ball finds no one but the keeper for Bermuda. The Dominicans are trying hard, but whatever was said at halftime for both teams, I think they both responded. The Dominican Republic have shown a great intent to try to score. Not that they weren't showing intent in the first half, but they came out looking to impose themselves. But the Bermudans have stood up, and tactically, they've not just relied on counter. They've actually pressed up in the Dominican Republic's half, which suggests to me good managerial awareness. And the players have responded in kind because they're carrying out the instructions seemingly to a T.
And right now, this stage of the game, like we say in American football, this is the witching hour where
Ah,
wins turn to losses, losses turn to wins, or the game ends in a draw.
that's a great shout, Malik. The witching hour. I tell you what, that's a great shout as regards this game. At this moment in time, let's keep our eye on it and seeing exactly what are going on.
Oh,
Hey,
well, you guys in England will be Guy Fawkes, right? That's the name of the guy, the dude.
uh, Guy Fawkes was the guy who tried to take down the parliament.
Yes, and burn it down, right? Something like that.
Oh, a looping. Yeah, I'm trying to burn it down. Yes, burn it down. Yes, it was a looping speculative effort. I don't know if that took a bit of a deflection there, wide left. No, not necessarily, but it took a looping effort outside
Ooh,
of the penalty area. Let's have a look. Yeah, she lined it up, and sometimes look at that firm hands. Crystal, we're seeing another solid, not quite Dickinson performance-esque performance, but this is a terrific, a very solid keeper. She's not put a foot wrong in this game. I mean, quality hands there, looping ball, nothing, not a sniff, which is what happened in that 9-0 drubbing. There were a couple of opportunities where the goalkeeper fluffed their lines, and the Dominican Republic strikers didn't need a second invitation. Remember, you had a player, I think it was Lara, who ended up with a hat trick and another with a brace in that game. But here, as the Dominican Republic on the counter out wide, and this time they've shown that they don't have the beating of the Bermudan defense. What an outstanding effort. Yeah, Crystal, how do you compare the Bermudan defense and Dominican defense compared to Jamaica?
Can't compare them. It's an unfair comparison because our defense is depleted for so many different reasons outside of our control, be it injury or personal reasons. So can't compare them at the moment.
Are you suggesting? I mean, are you suggesting that these two defenses have the edge on our current Jamaican defense?
And
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
if that's their strongest starting 11, And if it's not their strongest starting 11, that's kind of scary. But definitely, we're working with a makeshift defense. So it would be rude of me to say that our makeshift defense is better than either team's defense, because or that's our weakest area on the pitch. There's no secret about it. So we can't compare our defense to these guys' defense at the moment. Still went toe to toe with Bermuda, obviously, but that's not our strongest defense. So I don't really see the comparisons there at the moment. There's nothing there for us to compare as things stand. But still, credit to our defense because they went out the first two games, first against Bermuda and against Grenada, subsequently, and they handled the game well, particularly against Bermuda. Again, strong emphasis on a makeshift defense. So yeah, it was a good show, and Sashana Campbell was one of the standout players from that game. So good show from our defense, but it's probably, if we're being honest with ourselves, with all due respect, it's a unfair comparison at the moment. If we're gonna say we're talking about our strongest defense, then we could actually weigh some things up, but can't really weigh anything up at the moment. If we're trying to do things fairly. I don't know. What do you think? Who has who in your, seems like you might be swayed towards a particular team. Who do you think have the best defense at the moment?
Well, not necessarily. I'm going to be keenly looking at the Jamaican Reggae Girls defense against the Cayman Islands closely to see organization wise what's happening. As I said, I'm a fairly late arrival onto the Reggae Girls scene, and I've heard that the defense has been potentially the weakest area of the game. But I'm pretty open-minded as to how good they are. I mean, already they played 2 games, they've only conceded 1 goal, and I've heard that it's been a makeshift defense. But looking at them, they've got so much talent and endeavor. Again, I mean, I've seen that they've handled themselves pretty well, considering it's a makeshift defense. These 2 teams, though, interestingly, they do seem quite well organized, and it's been hard to get on for the forwards on either team to get the better of the opposition's defense. That's what's been pretty noticeable, which is why
probably more finer tuned. They're probably more finer tuned, and probably the reason why we get away with our defensive displays, because our defensive players are used to each other. They played with each other before, so despite it being a makeshift defense, they're not like complete strangers.
Right.
So that's why we're able to get away with it. And that's what happens when you've got squad depth. But coincidentally, funny enough, our defense is the area that we need to bulk up on in terms of the squad depth.
Okay. Oh, here comes Dominican Republic. 77 minutes on the clock. They're in the penalty area. Was their hands involved there? No. Second bite to the cherry. And look at that. You see that? Oh, hello. They're at 6s and 7s in the Bermuda. Oh, I tell you what, they were at 6s and 7s, but they've got the bodies in the way. Their headers come in when they need to come in, and the Dominican Republic just cannot get a clear sight at goal. The first header went right up in the air. It hit the Bermudan, went way up in the air, and then they're fighting the keeper. Got lost a little bit there. And eventually it just went onto the roof of the net when it went back in. The substitutions are coming in thick and fast. I think this is about the 3rd Dominican substitutions. They've had a couple, and it's Oviedo. Hello, who played very well, got 2 or 3 goals in the game, the 9-0 rout. She's off. Go ahead, Mikey.
No, I'm saying with Jamaica forward has more skillful than these 2 teams forwards. Our forwards can take on the players one-on-one. They don't seem to can do it. I think there's 1 or 2 of the DR girls that can do it, but our forwards, all of them can take them on, and they're swift. We're going to be faster than them.
Here comes the Dominican Republic now. Here comes Look at that. You see, that's a half a chance. The number 10. Yes, is that Kara? I think that's Kara, the number 10, who performed really well in that 9-0 rout. They had some really standout performance, and she was one of the ones to look out for. She cut back inside, and that left foot. I told you they've got some left-footed operators. She pulled it back, cut back in off the Bermudan defender, went onto her left foot. She pulled the trigger, but pulling the trigger is one thing. It didn't hit the target with the intent.
So
Strolled into the keeper's hands. Yes, Malik.
So I want to know with the goalkeeper situation for Jamaica, right? Is it that they arrested who, I forgot her name, the goalkeeper who played in the last World Cup for us? Or
No.
they
Snyder.
just permanently going with Snyder, or they permanently going with the new goalkeeper?
They're going with the new
Spencer.
goalkeeper, Rebecca Spencer.
Oh, balls into the area. Look at that. I tell you what. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Go, folks, we don't want you to be missing out on anything here. Dominican Republic 0, Bermuda 0. Another ball into the box from the
So to
Dominican
answer your
Republic.
question there, positive vibration, it's called makeshift defense, because that's exactly what you're doing, because it's not your original line of defense, and few of the players who play in defense, who accommodate the defensive position, are out either due to injury or personal reasons. So that's the reason why it's called makeshift defense. It's not a disrespectful term used towards the players. I could see if that's the way you see it. I could understand if that's the way you see it, but that's not the case at all. Like in footballing terms, makeshift just basically means that you're utilizing the players within the squad to go out there and fill the void. And there's no secret that the void in our team at the moment, the weakest component is the defense. So that's the reason why it's called a makeshift. One is saying Bermuda under a lot of pressure now.
Yep,
One
DR
run
is
is-
going for
one
the
is
juggler
correct.
right now.
Beg your
He's
pardon, say
correct.
that again for me.
DR is going for the juggler now. They're going for the kill now. It's all or nothing. They don't want to go to Jamaica being 2 points down.
They don't want to have to win.
Right.
They need more bodies in the box. I mean, this lady's driving forward on the left-hand side, been dispossessed. She was driving forward, and I didn't see willing bodies showing themselves to receive the ball. I only saw one Dominican Republic player in the penalty area. The others seem to be laboring to get into the attacking third. That was
So
really interesting. Tough tackles gone in there in the center circle there. The Bermudan number 15 is down. Looks like
guys,
they've
in
got
the
up
comment
now.
section, let
Oh
me
no,
know
stop.
what you think of the game so far. I'm sure you've been giving a keen listening ear there to myself and our co-hosts and guest panelists for tonight. Let me know your thoughts on the game there. Pause. The game has just temporarily paused there. A little bit of a treatment for Bermuda at the moment. Their player is down temporarily. I don't think it's anything concerning. She was down. She's actually back up on her feet now, so that's some positive sign. I think it was Webb that was down
Free
quite
kick to
briefly.
Bermuda, deep into the heart of the Dominican Republic
So
area.
we are under 10 minutes to go here.
Look at the
And
coach. DR coach is under pressure. He's tense.
Bermuda is there taking whipped a free kick into the box. Nothing came of that. We've now got Dominican Republic on the ball. Obviously, Dominican Republic are trying to see if they can sneak a winner. Obvious reasons. Their last game is against Jamaica away from home, on home soil of Jamaica there in Kingston. And as things stand, it is a stalemate, which works for us, which works well for us. 83 minutes on the clock, and it is Dominican Republic 0, Bermuda 0. So hopefully this one can stay the same. Better yet, I hope some way, somehow, that Bermuda can find a sneaky late winner at the death. That would break some hearts, and I would love for that to happen.
Have a heart, Crystal. Have a heart. The Dominican Republic, what have they done They're trying their level best. They try have a heart, a point, a point, if you please. My
If it was
goodness.
down to me and I was the match officials, I would have pointed to the penalty spot already and leave 2 points.
You would never get a next FIFA game.
I would have said, I saw you clip her heels. Sorry, penalty. But yeah, they are asking the questions there because they do want to go to Jamaica their last game in a better position. As things stand, they're still top of the table. Oh, okay. Lovely bit of athletic throw in there by Dominican Republic.
Dang, I thought I was watching
What?
gymnastics for a minute.
She must have done
that was something else.
She must have done gymnastics back in school. That was nice.
Hello. That's a free kick. Hello. Free kick on the edge of the area. The number 9 threatened to go through on goal. It was a weak goal kick initially by the Bermudan keeper. Some of the keepers have struggled to get a lot of purchase on their goal kicks, and look at that. That was an overhead kick clearance attempted. Didn't go too far. The number 9 for the Dominican Republic snapped it up and was bearing through on goal and brought down unceremoniously. It's a free kick. And the number 10, Neymar style. Neymar just came to my mind.
Okay, so Rockford, just please hold that thought and let me just watch this free kick. We have Dominican Republic who have a free kick quite close, just outside the edge of their of the Bermuda box. Let's just see how this one pans out, and then I will go and answer your question here. So just bear with me, sit tightly as we watch this free kick with Dominican Republic. Hopefully it comes to nothing, but let's see.
86 minutes. 86 minutes on the clock. And it's in! No, it's in! It is! 86! 86 minutes! 86 minutes!
And let's just
moment
see
of
this
sheer
one.
class.
Direct free kick from Cara, guys.
Cara,
lovely
you
free
see?
kick from Cara. And they looks as if they've done it.
Yep.
Cara.
Goalkeeper didn't get a hold of it.
Oh, she's devastated.
Yes, she is. She is. Did she get anything on it?
Look, she got her hands on it.
Oh, she didn't. This was
She's
shades of Andre Blake.
No,
I'm sure Blake's had a
the
situation
mistake,
like this. Look at that. She put as much on it as she could. She dug that one in. Went for power. The number 10. Watch. She tried. She. I tell you what. I like the free kick. Technically, that was ensured to not balloon
This one,
over.
she definitely got her fingertips to it. Good whip on it there from Cara.
It was a deflection. There's a deflection on it too.
Yeah, from the wall, wasn't it? But Dominican Republic found their goal, found their opener inside the 86 minutes. So that's what we're up against, guys. They've met their match, and as things stand, it looks as if they're about to seal the all-important 3 points. Yes, Gavin Joseph has pretty much summed that up nicely. Gutted if you support Bermuda. And
the mistake the goalie made was she went with her palms for a fist.
And who's down at this juncture? Is that a Bermudan player? I didn't quite see what happened there. The safety of the players.
Yes, there's a Bermudan player down.
Paramount.
Yeah, it is Bermuda.
Guys, I'm going to jump out for a second and get back.
I didn't catch a glimpse of her jersey. I can't see what number she's wearing.
I didn't see the incident in question. Did you see anything, Mikey? Malik?
No, I didn't see that. They need to put all I know. They need to put 10 extra minutes on the game clock.
The game clock.
This one they are telling temporarily, guys, taking a short water break for that injury there. We're currently watching that goal. The only goal so far from Cara. Whiz off a free kick, if we're being completely honest, just outside the edge of the box there for the Bermuda side, and it was Cara for Dominican Republic that stepped up and whipped in a free kick.
You know why? You know
And
why
they
I'm not.
are actually
Oh
leading
yes.
at the
Oh
moment
yes,
as
they
we
are.
approach the latter stages. We're into the latter stages as we approach the full 90 there. They are out in front. Few of the people from the touchline of Bermuda are looking a little bit depleted, and rightly so. Looked as if they were going to walk away with at least a point away from home against Dominican Republic. But Dominican Republic, as Mikey quite rightly put it out there earlier on in the first 45, that Dominican Republic have that slight edge about them. And you can see that with the brilliance of Cara stepping up and being the difference maker so far.
Well said, Crystal. And it's on that point where I don't feel gutted as Gavin has suggested he is, and I can understand fully why he feels that way. But what's interesting is that Cara is a player of quality, and it took a moment of quality to separate the teams thus far anyway. Jamaica Reggae Girls have quality in abundance, especially in the midfield and attacking areas. So, if quality can define and make the difference when it matters, where it matters, then fingers crossed, Jamaica can also make it count, not only against the Cayman Islands, but against the Dominican Republic. One step at a time, but
I don't
I'm
necessarily agree
encouraged.
with that, Travis. Nah, I think it's a bit unfair to call her a flop. Definitely a bit unfair. It happens, doesn't it? It's a moment of brilliance, if anything, from Dominican Republic. So I wouldn't call the Dominican goalkeeper a flop. I think she's done well up until that point. But these things happen. Turner, my apologies. I wouldn't really say that Turner is a flop, but that's down to you guys to decide. Let's remind ourselves that she's not even 20 yet. She's still a young goalkeeper, and she's held her own up until that point. But like I said, these things happen, and we're
Travis,
actually a late substitution there. Goal
that's right.
scorer Cara coming off, Vanessa Cara coming off.
Thank you for that, Crystal. Didn't see that. Thank you. I was just looking in the comments section. Thank you for picking up. Travis, I also must say, a little harsh, Crystal, I think. Yes, I agree with you, Crystal. A little harsh. Bermuda keeper a flop. A little harsh. It was a very well hit free kick by Cara. She technically did well to keep it down. Really kept it down, wrapped her foot around it, and drove it with pace, power, and it arrowed towards the far post and the left hand post of the Bermudan keeper. She did well. She got both hands on it, but at full stretch, I've seen the likes of Loris and even David Seaman. I've seen players, many keepers get hands to a ball and it evades them and ends up in the net. So a
Happens
little
to the
harsh.
best of some of the best goalkeepers. Let's again remind ourselves that she's not even 20, she's 19 years old. Huge moment for her and her country, playing for her within her with her country's colours. Happens to the best keepers in the world. I've seen it so many times before. As one said, she can learn, and I'm sure she'll learn from it. Unfortunate lesson to learn so late on into the game. We are deep inside added minutes, 4 added minutes on the clock, and we are now entering the 93rd minute of that 4 minutes. So steadily approaching the final minute of added time. And as things stand, it's the host Dominican Republic who will be clinching on to 3 coins. I will look at the table before I end the live stream with you guys. I know someone in the comment, I think it was Wayne Harris
I think it's
asking
Wayne.
about
Yes,
the
what's the current goal difference?
goal difference. So we'll get into the goal difference later on before I close up on the show. Just be a little bit patient with me as we close off on this game.
And
It
if
may
y'all
it may
remember,
be five. It may be five. But we'll see. I'll get the feeling that it was four before this game, difference wise, goal difference wise. But yes, we'll have a good look at that. Wayne, good question. Malik,
and I was saying, if y'all remember what I said earlier, when I said this was the Richard hour when wins turn to losses and losses turns to wins.
you're
I
Yep.
spot
feel for
on.
her though. I definitely feel for Turner. Um, yeah, you can see she got a little bit emotional there, and that just basically says her age. She's still expectively just she's young, not quite a baby, but in footballing years, goalkeeping years, she is actually a baby. She's only 19 years old, so many years ahead of her. Hopefully, successful years ahead of her. Um, Being so young, we know goalkeeper have a lengthier shelf life, higher shelf life than outfield players. Dominican Republic standing over a corner should be the last kick of the game. Whips this one
I,
into the box.
I think the
And
whistle's
there it
blown.
is. It's come to an end, guys. And Dominican Republic have secured maximum points against Bermuda, guys. It ends Dominican Republic 1, Bermuda nil, and that goal came pretty late on in the second 45, and it was Vanessa Cara in the 86th minute with a well taken free kick, and that one whizzed past the Bermudan keeper. But let's just remind ourselves that she's been terrific tonight. Terrific, I'm referring to Turner, the 19-year-old keeper for Bermuda. She has every right to hold her head high, put in some solid display along with her defense and the rest of her teammate. Bit of an unfortunate result, especially if you are supporting Jamaica. They are now hoping for a draw or maybe even a win. Perhaps that was wishful thinking, given what might have in the first half, in the sense that no doubt Dominican Republic have the slight edge over Bermuda, and he is absolutely right. What I'm going to do now, whilst we're all here, I'm going to switch to the shared screen and we're going to look at that table. So you guys can just do your maths. Give you guys a gentle
Okay.
reminder.
What I want to say is now this is the scenario. If Jamaica beats Cayman 5-0 and have the same amount of goal difference, then same amount of goals and goal difference equal with DR. DR is still ahead because Jamaica had a goal score against them.
Well,
Okay, let's go and look at that um goal difference quickly there, guys. I'm gonna remove my comments so that you guys I
I
might
shouldn't. You know what? I stand corrected. It depends on the rules because the rules could say who scored the most goals, or the rules could say who have the least amount of goals against them. So we have to go to the rules.
it's this where we
If
get so
if
technical.
if Jamaica and DR plays to a tie, see what I'm
This
saying?
yeah, this this is how it goes technical, but let's just take it one step at a time briefly, guys. Let me just some of you are asking about the goal difference. So here it is in Group C. Dominican Republic out on 9 points, 3 games played, 3 wins. Closest team to them, closest country to them, Dominican Republic is Jamaica sitting on 6 points. They're in second place. Goal difference there. Dominican Republic out on 14. Jamaica with 9. So we do need to put up a healthy scoreline there against Cayman Islands. Know you guys watched my watch along last night with Cayman Islands, and they this wasn't even, it was some nights ago. My apologies. This was Wednesday. So a few nights ago, just a gentle reminder there, Cayman Islands beating Grenada 2-0. Entertaining game. You can go back and watch my live stream if you want to know about Cayman Islands. We've discussed them at length, so don't necessarily think we need to talk about Cayman Islands. We also did a separate preview of Cayman Islands versus Jamaica, and that preview was done yesterday. So if you want to know about Cayman Islands, huge game coming up for us tomorrow or today, I should say, if you are in the UK like myself and Richard. How you guys feeling there after that?
I'm feeling breathless. I'm feeling breathless, gutted. The wind has been proverbially taken out of the sails of the Bermudan players. They really put in a stellar effort tonight. They can consider themselves unlucky, but they can also consider themselves, without question or hesitation, hugely proud of their performance this evening. It was a tremendous performance, a defensive and at times offensive performance. They just lacked the cutting edge, the pace, the power, the accuracy of the final pass prevented them from creating that gilt-edged opportunity to test the keeper for the Dominican Republic and get past that defense. And that moment of quality came deep into the game. We were talking about Jamaica not being satisfied, well, certainly from some fans' perspective, at 4-0. Well, I tell you what, Dominican Republic, we were alluding, they would have bitten off and given their right arm and their left arm, if necessary, to get a single goal and the 3 points tonight. And it duly came deep into the game after 85, 86 minute, a free kick by Cara. Well taken, well executed. A little bit of criticism in the fan section and question marks over the keeper. Should she have saved it? Could she have saved it? I personally think that she did tremendously well to get both hands to the ball. But having got both hands to the ball, the velocity of the strike, the angle of the strike, simply prevented her from keeping the ball out. And I've seen, and who hasn't seen, goalkeepers do exactly that and similar to that. A goalkeeper's lot is never easy. They can have a quiet game with nothing to do, and then a moment of magic. Either they can pull something off and be the savior, the hero, or they go into the books as the proverbial bad guy, bad person, bad woman. In this case, I don't hold her up to be blamed. She tried her best to get that strike. As I watched the replay, she was full stretch for that. 19 years old, Crystal says. She's got a tremendous career ahead of her. She was safety personified. She got her hands to a lot of the balls. The crosses came over. She was a safe pair of hands. Acquitted herself with a tremendous amount of maturity, I thought. And she can hold her head up high as well as all the Bermudan players. Dominican Republic, they huffed and puffed. Finally, they got through. You can tell, as Mikey said, the manager for the Dominican Republic, in his shirt is out of his trousers, and he didn't look elated. I think a sense of relief was on his face and in his heart, but he also knows in his heart of hearts that now it's not going to be easy. It's over to the Reggae Girls. They will have seen this result. I'm fascinated at the mindset that they will have. Will they have watched the game? What will their tactics be? How will they be feeling? What will Blaine be thinking and telling his charges as they prepare for the Cayman Islands? Over to you guys.
Well, I just wanted to say, now if the Reggae goes to score at least 6 or 7, I really want 20. But I'm going to say 6 or 7 goals tomorrow, and they can score 6 to 7. We should be in a good position for the game against the Dominican Republic. And also, I want to say that the Bermuda team, I would give that whole team an 8.5 score tonight at how they play, because they play like a real oil machine. They could have got the draw. They should have got the draw, but the better team just came out on top and squeaked out the lucky goal that that they got. But it was a pretty good game, an entertaining game, and that's all I really wanted to say.
The Bermuda played very well. That's how I expected them to play from Monday. That's what I told you guys they're going to play. I heard it's also, if you go back to the stream, I said Bermuda is a very good team and they match up well with DR. A 1-goal defeat. Hey, it happens. DR was the better playing team today, but Bermuda played well. And I can see them in the next 4 years getting better. So that holds well for the Caribbean. If everybody step up their game, that brings us closer to the Canadas and the US. So we want to, the US is pulling everybody up. So We want to get up to them. So when we play them, the scores is not 9-0, 10-0, and those scores. We want to keep it down to like below 4.
Mhm.
And this region will get strong. And maybe we can go to Europe and, I mean, to Australia, New Zealand, and do some damage. All the teams from this area. All the teams from this
Yeah.
area. You know what I mean? Uh,
Except for America and Canada. I would just hope they would just go and roll over and die when they go when they get to
well,
Australia.
well, Malik, I will tell you this. If it wasn't for America and Canada, we wouldn't have so much teams to represent this area because America's winning so much. That means this day, the more that's why the more the United States win the World Cup is the more team we get to go to the World Cup in this area because they consider this area maybe the strongest, based on the United States.
Mhm.
That's why Europe gets so many teams in the male World Cup. You ever wonder why Europe have like half of them on the teams in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Because that is why. Because I think they have maybe more wins than South America right now. Maybe World Cup wins. I think they do. So
Crystal, I'm
all in all,
glad. Oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Go ahead,
all in
Mike.
all, good game, and it's better than the last go around. Meaning that 4 years ago, this football is
Mhm.
much better than it was 4 years ago, and that bodes well for the whole area,
Mhm.
Concacaf area.
And hold on, I just wanna say something that I see right here on the screen. I
Yes.
hope I hope that a lot of people do turn up for that game on Tuesday, not just 200, 400. They say 5,000 people can, however many Sabina Park can hold, need to be there out front of the stadium, inside the stadium, beating drums with your little horns, everything.
I think Sabina Park is about 15,000. I think maybe a little more than that. If they use all the stands, I don't know if they're going to
Like,
use all the stands.
I don't know what the pricing. I don't know what the pricing is likely to
It
be.
doesn't
I
matter.
heard.
It doesn't matter
Well,
the price. Your team is about to go to the next round. Price
I'm not.
shouldn't matter.
I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be a price issue, but I'm saying if there's anything that can be done, I don't know the pockets of the average Jamaican fan, and I don't know what's happening because I think the game is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, so I don't know if people are coming from work.
Listen,
But I would love to see as many people as possible if they can get
Richard.
to the stadium and support the girls. That would be terrific. It will be. I think it will be a really terrific night's entertainment. If you're a sporting football fan, that would be a terrific night and occasion because it's set up very, very tastily for a
Richard,
really yes, big man.
listen. When Buja Banton had his first concert when he got freed, stadium sellout. So nobody talk about no pocket.
Fair point.
Every pocket was deep when Buja Banton was at the stadium. People were on the field. So don't talk about pockets. If Buja Banton or Beanie Man have a concert at Sabina Park tomorrow, Sabina Park sell out. So please don't talk about pockets, please.
Mikey, you could go on and on. The full has never been told. You
Okay?
could go on and on. The full has never been told.
So stop it about pocket.
You want to talk about the hike in the price?
Hiking the price? No, I'm not talking about. I said no matter the price. If Bush Banton or Beanie Man or Shaggy or one of them guys go down there and it's $5,000 seat, the place sell out. Okay? So don't talk about pockets.
While our
They can't.
leaders play,
Okay. Okay.
who can afloat a
When
room?
Buja Banton did his first concert when he came back to Jamaica, that place was packed. That must have about 100,000 in there.
I think the thing with what Mikey is trying to say is essentially Jamaicans support what they want to support.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. They support what they want to support. If they want to go and watch any entertainer perform, the money is there. They
Yep,
want to
they find the
go.
money.
They'll find a way to get the money. So clearly, it's unfortunate, but we want them to show interest and watch the women's team. I understand where Mike is coming from. That yes, you are right to an extent there, Richard, with regards to we don't know people's financial situation. You're absolutely right about that. But with Jamaican people, they want to go and watch you play or compete. They're there somehow. They find the money somehow.
Richard, Richard, go on YouTube on Saturday and look for and type in champs 2022, boys and girls champs 2022. Look
Yes,
in the
sir.
stands and look in the stands. Tomorrow, look in the stands. Your time, check it out about 10 p.m. your time, just before the game. And there with no seat in the house. Okay? I'm just telling you how it works in Jamaica.
Okay,
I
and then
am.
look at
I
Boys,
it.
am.
boys champs sell out every year. Friday and Saturday sold out every year. Don't talk about pocket, and the price don't matter.
And
That's the way it works in Jamaica. Okay, go
I
ahead,
just,
sir.
and I just wanted to say, if it was the reggae boys that was going to the next, like say the reggae boys format was like this,
Yeah,
and they was going to the next round, everybody would be there if it was they could go. Everybody would be
and the
there. The
price wouldn't
house,
matter. And the
no,
price
the
wouldn't matter.
price would not matter. Everybody would be there. Stadium be full up. Everything.
Yep.
But the thing is, it goes back to what we've said because I definitely get where Richard is coming from. And at one point, I did think, maybe it's to do with finance. For some people, call it your average Jamaican, the financial concern is
Yeah.
reality. What do you want to do? Do you want to put food on the table, or do you want to go and watch the girls play? It's a no-brainer. You're gonna go on. It's not even just the girls, the men's team as well. It's a no-brainer that they would want to put food on their table. Maybe it's even a knock-on effect of them just being so fed up of what the men didn't manage to achieve in terms of getting to the World Cup. Maybe if the men's team managed to go to the World Cup, then they would have been an upbeat mood to say, now let's turn our attention to women's football, because there's always that overlapping. People always comparing the men's team to the men's team. The same brush they paint the men's team with is the same brush they paint the women's team with, and you can't compare the two, but there seems to be a hangover from the men's failed World Cup campaign, and that's unfortunately fallen into the Reggae Girls camp. Unfair, but that could be one of the reasons, combined with maybe financial crisis, average Jamaican not being able to afford the price of the ticket. But again, knowing what we know about Jamaicans, if they want to go to that match, they're going to go to that match. So something's not right there, and it's down to the people who market the women's team. They have to do a better job. It's over to them because marketing needs to change. If people are not going to be buying the tickets, change the way you promote the tickets. So do a 2 for 1. Give out half of the tickets to high school children. Just put people in the stadium. Be innovative with the way you try to pull people in. Get the ball rolling. Do something. You can't keep on beating the same drum, and when you get the same result, you say scratching your head. It's insanity. You're tapping into insanity. Do something different. If we want to see a change, do something different. Essentially, that's what it's going to come down to.
And Crystal, this is what's going to happen when Jamaica qualify for the World Cup, right?
Mm.
And they're playing warm-up games, and none is played in Jamaica. The people will complain how they want to play all the game overseas, and they don't play any in Jamaica. But when they play in Jamaica, nobody showing up for the game, so they lose it when they invite the team. They have to pay that team to come there. If
Mhm.
nobody's in the stands, so they prefer to play in the US where they get better support.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an,
Go to England and get
it's a,
better support,
it's an
and they
interesting
can
dynamic.
charge more, and they can charge more at the US gate because to go to a Jamaica maybe a female game at Red Bull Stadium in New Jersey is maybe $40 the cheapest seat US. So
And
they're gonna get almost a full stadium. You know what I mean? So that's why they play the games away, the practice games, because it's more profitable. So hopefully we can get some people in the stands at Sabina Park.
And
I
then
think
watch
that's
this. Like something Crystal just said that I didn't even think about. She said give the tickets to high school students. It's a team in Dallas and that's in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks. They said every season, and by every single one of their home games is always the stadium is always filled because they go to the high schools in the area and give the tickets to the kids and tell them, "Hey, look, here goes some tickets. You bring you and your family, your father, your mother, and come to the game." So that would be something good for the JFF to do. Go out, give half the tickets to the high schoolers, and that'd be a way to fill up the stadium.
Yep.
It would be. It would be. It's a creative idea. I think it's someone in the comment section. Hail up, by the way, Mr. Andrew, Jezen Andrew. But I think Rockford was saying that it's unfortunate that the boys and girls champs, is being held the same time as the uh, well, actually, the Cayman Islands, the game is away. Um, yeah, the Cayman Islands is away. So the point that you're making, Mikey, is salient. To be fair, it's interesting. If the game was at Sabina Park or the National Stadium, are you suggesting that the boys and girls champ would attract a lot more of a faithful
No,
audience, and then potentially
no,
detract from those interested in potentially supporting
no,
the reggae girls of a if the
no.
two were held at the same time?
If it doesn't matter, if the two are held at the same time, the champs is going to get majority of the crowd. Because the boys and girl championship is the biggest event in Jamaica every
But you've hit
year.
the nail on the head in that respect. I mean, I don't want to go in toe to toe. It is a big event in its own right, so people do go there. I think Judge Andrew was saying that in terms of not knowing the people's pockets is a potential factor. Marketing is another factor, and the spillover, as Crystal
But
was saying, the
but
spillover and legacy of the Reggae Boys campaign may be another factor. But I'm sticking solidly to the point, and hopefully, I mean, because it's relative, Reggae Boys girls football is relatively fledgling, but it's burgeoning. The women's game internationally in England, it's really come on leaps and bounds, as Crystal can testify to. In America, you guys have got you've got world champions on your in your country of residence right now, and the Concacaf has got such terrific talent, and is the envy of many people around the world. And so I think the Reggae Girls as a brand, the talent that they actually have, the openings and the opportunities to improve even more, I think it's terrific. The likes of Spence and Spencer and Tiffany and Khadija McCoy. I'm really looking forward to the day that they become household names, and certainly more popular, one day at a time, one day at a time. But I think there's tremendous opportunities for them, and I really hope that the corporate world and fans, because we can play our part and we can do what we can in terms of showing them the love, showing them the respect, talking about them, and having platforms such as Tallawah TV. Regularly investing and giving light to them. It certainly piqued my interest, and I hope to stay on board and just follow the trials, tribulations, and the successes, as well as the highs and lows of the national team, and for the clubs that they represent too, because I think they are a tremendous example and product for Jamaica, and I think they do a great service, and I really wish them well in this campaign.
listen, I'm going to stick to my topic. I might stand. If they were charging $5,000 to go in the grand, I don't know if they're charging now to go in the grandstand at the Boys and Girl Championship, because I haven't been there to a Boys and Girl Championship since 1982. That's a fact. So I don't know, but they're charging $5,000 a head to go in there. Believe me, the grandstand is always filled. The regular girls now. The problem is that, like I was saying to Crystal maybe a month ago, I said Bunny Shaw picture should be on posters all over Jamaica, just like Shelly Ann and Elaine Thompson. And when you come to the airport, you should see her poster at the airport because that's how you promote her. And if you have her on billboards around the country, young ladies will want to be like Bunny. But if you travel Jamaica, you don't see a female soccer player picture photograph anywhere. Not even the males too. But you see Shelly Ann, you see Usain, you see Blake, you see these other people. But we have to promote it, and the way to promote your football is by putting them into spot. Maybe you're going to say Bailey now because Bailey does sign with Digicel. I think it's Digicel he signed with. I think so. Bailey photographs maybe around the ear. I think it's at Digicel. Now you're going to see Digicel, Bailey, and Digicel.
I think he's with Flo. He's with Flo.
It's Flo. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Flo. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to see him on billboards, and that also is going to help Jamaica made football now because people are going to see Bailey all over the country on billboards. Now, if I was Digicel, since Flo signed Bailey, I would sign Bunny Shaw. If I was Digicel, because right now, Bunny has 40 that goes to Jamaica. Bailey has 2 or 3. Right, Crystal?
Bunny?
Bunny has about 40 something goes to Jamaica. Bailey has 2 or 3.
He's the leading.
Yeah, to Bailey has 3 or 3. So
yeah,
if I was Digicel,
big Manchester City as well.
Exactly.
If I was Digicel, I would sign Bunny and say, "Here's my scorer, the leading scorer." you know, all time in Jamaican football, male and female, the leading Jamaican scorer. Because the leading scorer for the male is Luther Shelton, God rest his soul.
Luther Shelton, yes.
Right, and Bunny passed him. So, and that's how I promote my Digicel product. I mean, that's what needs to happen. So you have both Bailey and Bunny promoting both the male and football team. That way. Anyway, people, I have to jump off. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow on the live.
Or today. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for you today.
Yeah.
For me tomorrow.
Today.
Yeah, for me tomorrow.
No
and
rest for the wicked.
for my DC brother. See you tomorrow, hopefully. And guys, enjoy you enjoy your rest of your morning, you two British across the pond, and we will enjoy our rest of our night here. Good night, good morning, one and all.
All right.
Bye.
Respect, Mikey. Respect every time.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to jump off too. So thank you for having me on, Crystal.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure putting a face to your name.
I enjoy your company. I hope I could come on another time. I hope
anytime.
I'm always welcome.
Anytime. Whenever you see are you on Instagram by any chance?
Yes, I follow you on Instagram.
Do you? What's your name on Instagram?
Lil _ Yanks _ I think.
Little _ Yanks.
If I come across you, can I send you a link?
Yes.
You can follow. Yes, little _ Yanks. I'll look for you, man. It'd be great if you could subscribe.
I'm gonna go on my Instagram on my other phone. What's your name on Instagram? Can you give me your name on Instagram, Richard?
Oh, Rich Po 2. Rich RICHPO 2.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I'm already following you.
Are you serious? Oh, good man. Man, look out for the YouTube channel, man. Hit the like and share, subscribe, man.
Oh, I'm already watching your YouTube channel too.
You're the man. You're the man. Full respect, Malik, man. Full respect,
Malik,
man.
I don't know why, but I can't find you. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong.
Look out for a shout out, man. I might just shout you out.
Maybe I thought
I was following you, Chris. I never followed you yet. I just followed you.
Okay. Okay. Found you. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
you don't have to
That's
ask.
beautiful.
Whenever you want to come on, you can just let me know. If you see the link in the comment section, you can just jump on.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed morning to both of y'all.
I
will probably come on later today.
Take care, Malik.
Okay.
The witching hour.
it's amazing how many great people you meet in this little YouTube community.
You're so right. You're so right, Crystal. You're so right.
Incredible people in this YouTube community. But I think we should have a Leon, Mr. Leon Price. That's okay, sir. At least you're tuning in. Glad it appears as if you've made it home safe from your journey out on the road. So that's an underrated blessing. So I'm glad that you made it back home safe.
Man.
I think this is a conversation that we should have um, another time, actually, Richard, because I think there's so much to discuss here.
For
Woodman
sure.
and the other guys in the comment section are making such valid points in regards to how to market the girls, how to distribute tickets. I've seen a few comments there. Uh, Clyde Morris, Mr. Morris, I hear your point, but for this game, that will just be deemed an excuse, to be honest with you, because they have been um, they're all promoting the game in terms of ticket sales for the match against Dominican Republic, right? So I think this one would just be excuses for those who are supposed to be marketing the women's team and marketing the tickets for the Dominican Republic game. I will say this, Richard, because we've touched on it. That I do think that we if I just close off on the comment section, I'm a little bit disappointed that up until this point there's not been a a post conference, not had a post
A press
conference,
conference.
not post press conference. My apologies, not had a press conference for the game. So yeah, it just makes it hard to keep up with the team, to know the ins and out, know the spirit within the squad. Difficult for us to even draw up a starting 11. I don't even know if we're going to get a starting 11 at this point tomorrow. I trust that we will. It's the least they can do, but it just goes to show that, on the eve of another pivotal game against um, Cayman Islands there, and we haven't had a press conference. Again, it just adds to the further disrespect of the women's game. Pivotal game. It's a game that we need to win, just like how we need to beat Dominican Republic next week if we want to advance to the next round of the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers. And here we are on the eve of the game. Bright and early here in London, about 2:30 in the morning. So today is pretty much match day. Still no press conference. So it's quite shameful, actually. Shameful. Whoever is in charge of that, I would like to say you should feel embarrassed, but you won't be because clearly you don't respect the women's game. And also JFF, again, it just further shows your incompetence. Should be something out there already. I don't know if press conferences were held in secret. If I go over into the JFF Instagram, I don't see nothing on there neither. So if the press conference was held in secret, you guys at JFF on your social media, you guys didn't get an invite neither, as it seems. It's just poor. And you talk about you're promoting the women's game, or you guys say you're trying to promote the women's game. This is part of promotion. These press conferences and post-match conferences is part of promotion. It's our way as journalists, our way as content creators. It's our opportunity to know the ins and outs of the team instead of us being sat here scratching our heads, wondering what's going on. So it's embarrassing. Again, the eve of a pivotal game against Cayman Islands, no press conference. We don't know what's going on inside the team. We don't know who is fully fit. We don't know who is likely to sit on the bench, who is likely to start. We know absolutely nothing. And like I said, it's just poor planning once again. Can't even call it planning. It's just poor. And it just further adds to the disrespect of the women's game.
Strong, strong, strident words from yourself, Crystal. On behalf of Tallawah TV, I I'm sitting here listening, and as you said, there's so much to tuck into, and I'm sure I think it warrants being tucked into at the appropriate time and space. It's interesting. I've got a question. I mean, how unusual is it in your term of covering the reggae girls for this particular scenario, i.e., no press conference, um,
I'm
at
going to
this
say like
juncture?
stick a pin in it. Stick a pin in it, respectfully, so Richard. But which country do you know? Doesn't even matter if it's a friendly. Which serious country do you know don't hold a press conference before a game? Doesn't matter if it's a friendly or a crucial game. Which country club don't hold a press conference? Like I said, if the press conference was being done in secret and I, like other journalists, because I do write for the Voice newspaper, if that's the case and we didn't get an invite, why is it not on JFF social media platforms then? Or did they not get an invite to the press conference? Or are we just going to say it just further adds to the disrespect of the women's game? Pivotal game, Concacaf women's qualifiers, pivotal, crucial match against Cayman Islands. No press conference, and we're supposed to be okay with that. We're supposed to be okay with that as the 12th man. It's not okay. It's unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable. And I keep on saying it. People keep on telling me JFF have changed. JFF are doing this. JFF are doing the bare minimum. That is not called change. That is called doing your job. I'm not going to pat you on your back for doing your job. It's doing your job, and right now you're failing to deliver because part of doing your job is to ensure that there's a press conference. There's no press conference. It's disrespectful. It is absolutely disrespectful. In every sense of the word, it is disrespectful what they're doing. And people have to call them out because they're probably just assuming that, it's just women's football, but people don't care. And that's not the case at all. Every time we sit here and we do a live stream about the reggae girls, people are in the comment section. That simply means that people care. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it's 2:33 in the morning here in the UK. We should actually be asleep, but we're up talking about the women's team. And there's people from all over the world in the comment section. So people do care. People do care.
Neo, good evening. Neo, been too long. Look forward to seeing you. Maybe I'll catch you later. I don't know where you're going to be later, but good to hear, and I hope you are well. A beautiful, interesting. I say beautiful, interesting comment. I'm feeling. I don't want to be feeling too despondent. And I tell you what, I was hoping upon hope that I'd missed the press conference and that I would be filled in or find some information as to the team announcements, how people are feeling, a word from the coach. But to have this confirmed and you checking on the website and not seeing anything, I'm just holding out hope that it's not, as Neo Sovereign suggested, a case of the JFF feeling that there's no financial gain or not sufficient financial gains, sell on contracts and so on and so forth to shine a light and pay due respect to the reggae girls who, lest we not forget, made their first appearance at the Women's World Cup in 2019 and possess some of the finest talent in the Concacaf region and indeed in the world. And they are a credit both on and off the field of play. You're closer than anyone. You follow them for a long time, and I'm listening carefully. So when you say something, Crystal, I take note, and not only myself, but the viewers and subscribers will be taking note. I really hope the JFF and the coach are taking note. And I really hope that the glass is half full than half empty. In fact, I'll tell you straight, it almost beggars belief if what you're saying is accurate and if what Neo Sovereign is saying about thank you, Neo. We're burning the midnight oil indeed, and thanks to the viewers and subscribers who have stayed on board to listen to the conversation and have followed
But the thing
the
is,
watch
like I
along with
said,
the Dominican Republic.
because
Thank
you
you again.
spoke about if it's accuracy. As I've said, if the press conference was held in secret and I like myself, journalists like myself, reporters like myself, wasn't given an invitation to that press conference, why haven't JFF posted a press conference on their social media? Unless I'm completely blinded and I can't actually spot the press conference. I've gone through their Instagram, I can't see no press conference on there. So I'm going to take it that there was no press conference. There was no press conference. How do you do that? It's a CONCACAF women's qualifiers, the first round. We're trying to make it to our second consecutive World Cup. No press conference. Even if it was a friendly, I'm not settling for that. I'm not settling for that, even if it was a friendly, because
I'm
it's
not. I'm not
unacceptable.
used to. I'm not used to. And I'm a sports fan. I'm an armchair sports fan of the highest order. I've not come across the idea and experience of no press conference. But it's this is new to me. I'm I'm staggered, and I to not know. I can't tell you who is in the Titan lineup. And in terms of promotion, this is an absolutely gilt-edged opportunity to build the brand, build the um, publicity, and the recognition of the reggae girls. And a press conference is a way to gain traction, to gain exposure and interest. I'm staggered, and I'm hoping, because I don't want to be part of the creating of excess drama. We've got more than enough drama
No, but
in.
it's not drama. What it is you're
No,
calling them out for their incompetence, and they have to be called out, because if people don't call them out, they would think that it's okay. It's not okay.
it
It
can
wouldn't
never
even
be.
it wouldn't even
I'd be
it wouldn't even
staggered.
be
Okay,
okay
no,
if it
no,
was a friendly. It's
no,
not
no.
okay.
A
It's
press
not
conference
okay at
is bread
all.
and butter. It's
Press
bread
conferences are
and butter.
part of the game. It's part
That's
of the
it.
game. That's like
Absolutely.
saying you want to play the game without match officials. The
My
match officials are
goodness.
part of the game. It's part of the game. It comes with the game. Your press conference and your post-match conference comes with the game. It is part of the game. You don't pick and choose when to do your press conference or when not to do your press conference, or when to do your post-match conference. You don't do that.
Let me put something out there to yourself, Crystal, and the viewers and subscribers, because I'm trying to get the lay of the land. You know, is it conceivable that this is in any way tactical, a decision that's been made by the reggae girls, Vin at the helm, in terms of holding off? Are they working hard on preparation, last minute decisions, last minute dotting the I's and crossing the T's? And for them, they are all eyes and all guns focused 110% on the Cayman game. Could this be a sign that they know that they've got support, and as far as they're concerned, they want to do their utmost to make no mistake
It's
and top
nothing
this
to do
group?
with
Is
that.
that
It's
possible?
nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that.
There's
My
not
goodness.
one single reggae girl that would say they don't want the coach to go and do a press conference, or they don't think we need to do a press conference. There's not one single reggae girl that would say that. It's nothing to do with that. At the end of the day, we all have 24 hours in one day. In a day, you make time. You make time. If you care enough, you make time. And it's not down to the girls. At the end of the day, it's just a lack of, it's about them being incompetent, lack of professionalism. It's them being unprofessional, and it's not down to the girls neither. The girls are there to train and put the ball in the back of the net. The defense is there to keep the ball from the opposition going into the back of their net alongside their goalkeeper. They are simply there just to play football and get the respectable, applaudable results. That's what the team is there for. The team isn't there to engineer press conferences. That's why you have persons who are assigned to conduct press conferences. No press conference. And like I said, if it is a case where you did the press conference and you did not alert journalists or content creators, fair enough. Maybe you did do that. Why is it not on your social media then? Why is it not on your social media? We're literally, today is literally match day. Today it is 2:41 a.m. It is match day, and you don't have a press conference. I'm going to the match, Arsenal versus Brighton today. I can guarantee you that press conference with Mikel Arteta is already out there. That would have been out there on the Friday, because that's how professionals operate. That is how professionals operate. But because you don't have nobody that's holding persons accountable for not executing their job or doing their job effectively well, they're made to get away with these type of things. Nobody's asking. Is anybody in JFF asking where's the press conference? Jamaica versus Cayman Island versus Jamaica. Where is the press conference? That's all I want to know. Where is the press conference?
At this juncture, Crystal, is it too late to have a press conference? Can we expect anything other than the announcement of the team and the team sheet? Is it too late for a press conference at this juncture?
The thing is, look, like I said, I'm going to be at the Arsenal versus Brighton game today, for the Voice newspaper. So if they hold a press conference, that takes me out of it. I can't be part of that press conference. I'm at work. I'm not going to be there. Not only am I at work, but it's a Saturday. People have their personal lives. People have their family and their personal lives to tend to. So that wipes them out. So you talk about wanting to sell the women's game, but how sincere is that statement? How sincere is your statement of wanting to sell the women's game? And I was telling you that I'm going to do a preview of Cayman Islands versus the Reggae Girls, but I'm waiting on the press conference.
You told me,
because I
yes.
could look at the press conference and I could, just weigh in, add some comments onto what Mr. Vin Blaine would have said in his press conference, and kind of weigh up our options, figure out our starting 11. We don't know how we're going to line up. And this is the thing, like when people are just coming into women's football, this is the thing that makes them disinterested. It's only the committed people that will stay on board and say, you know what, we're working with an incompetent federation. It doesn't matter. We love the women's team. We're going to stay on board. It's unprofessional. It's unprofessional, and they get away with it time and time again. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough. And I just bite my tongue because I was hopeful. I was thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe by Friday we'll get a press conference. Friday come and gone. It's now 2:45 in the morning. No press conference. Shameful. They're shameful people. They don't even have shame. They don't have shame. If they had shame, it wouldn't be so bad, but they don't have no shame. So sorry, Richard, but it's just so upsetting when they do stuff like this. And the guys in the comment section as well, sorry, but yeah, they just gotta be strong when you're supporting this team with the incompetence that's above them. Yeah, they don't care about the women's team. This is why it really annoys me when people keep telling me that they've changed, because they've not changed. Not in the slightest.
Crystal, indeed, blazing the fire. I'm almost lost for words, and I want the glass to be distinctly half full and half empty. Where the Reggae Girls are concerned, I think that they are, and I've said it again, and I sound like a broken record. They are doing Jamaica a tremendous service in their endeavors and exploits on and off the pitch. It's a delight, and I'm looking forward to seeing them on platforms such as this, being interviewed, whether it be Coach's Desk, Mr. Primo Vision. I am sure Manning's man has been really committed and giving some really strong speeches. JD, I max it. The more the merrier. The social platform and vlogosphere, YouTubers are plentiful where Jamaica concerned, and they love football. And if you love football, then you should love and want to follow and encourage and give a a platform for the reggae girls to get the support and the spotlight that they undoubtedly, as far as I'm concerned, deserve. I want you to believe in this particular stream on a positive note, Crystal. So whenever you're ready, yeah. And to the viewers and subscribers, thanks for being here and following the watch along. Dominican Republic. If you're just joining, Dominican Republic, a late winner. They were being held 0-0 for a long period of time at the hands of the Bermudans, who were absolutely brilliant in their defensive capabilities. They were giving it their all, and they held out, held firm, even countered, creating opportunities, half chances, worked quite good enough to convert and create clear cut opportunities. But in the 85th, 86th minute, a free kick just outside the penalty box was taken, and Kara drove arrow-like a free kick into the top, into the roof of the net, or towards the roof of the net, should I say, despite the best efforts of the 19-year-old keeper from Bermuda, who has a terrific career ahead of her. She really behaved and conducted herself tremendously well. She acquitted herself outstandingly well, in my opinion, and to get two hands on this power thunderbolt of a strike, she did well. Just couldn't keep out the ball, and it was 1-0 Dominican Republic. They're now top of the table, and yeah, I think we've had a really good evening as far as the goalkeepers. It's been a night of the goalkeepers. Dickerson for St Kitts and Nevis earlier, she was fantastic in their performance and their victory, their 2-1 win over Guatemala in their group game. Crystal, again, I don't know. We've been on for what, 2 hours 46. You are yeoman. You've got the Arsenal game to come, and I want the glass to be half full than half empty. The reggae girls, I am saluting, and I can tell in the comments box that they have the well wishes of the Jamaican footballing community, and I'm sure it goes far beyond the Tallawah TV. They are well respected, and they should be, absolutely. So I'm just hoping upon hope, because we've had an eventful, shall we say, week in Jamaican football, and to see this, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. You are a seasoned campaigner, and it's even surprised you. But at the same time, you've seen that the JFF have not acquitted themselves at all times in a stellar fashion, a competent fashion, professional fashion. We're not party. I'm not there in the Cayman. They're in the Cayman Islands now. I don't know if there's an electrical issue over there. I don't know how easy it is to convene a press conference. I don't know the logistics of what's gone on. Vin, as the coach, the manager, has it slipped his mind? I'm sure it hasn't. Where's the microphones? Here's the team news. This is how we're prepared. He doesn't have to go and start talking about he's going to steamroll the Cayman Islands. All we're looking for is, are the girls in good spirit? How's the team looking? Have you got your plans in order? Have you got a message for the fans? I'm not going to jump in wholly and
Thing is,
so I'm just waiting to see what happens, and I'm wishing the girls well, and I will be, God willing, get a good night's sleep and come in and to support the girls against the Cayman Islands. But it's intriguing, because I do have an interest in media, and I have been involved in media before, but I've got an interest in media. So the dynamics at play here are very interesting, and press conferences, as Crystal, you've said, it should be bread and butter, but you're close. Is there anything conceivable? Because this is technical difficulties. Is it who? I'm almost lost for words. I'm just hoping that everything is running smoothly for the team, because it's a football game that's going to be played, and we as fans, of course, we want to know. And for the publicity and promotional side of things, of course, it is beneficial. I think it showcases, it's a spotlight on the women to know, we know you're there, you know that we're here, and we are behind you, you're behind us, and we're in this together. This doesn't necessarily sit well, clearly doesn't sit well with you and many people in the comments area. I'm holding a little bit of fire on this, because I want the women to be focused and know that we are behind them and with them and
Thing
next to
is, I
them.
think I think the women's team are fully focused because, like I said, that is nothing
I'm
to
glad
do
to hear
with the
that.
team. That's
I'm glad
nothing.
to hear
Pick
that.
up yourself, halftime TV, and the guys in the comment section. All you
Respect
guys in the
halftime
comment section.
for
I'm
real.
not ignoring you guys, by the way. Um, it's nothing to do with the women's team. Like nothing to do with the women's team. Post press conferences and post match conferences has nothing to do with the players. That's not their job. They're just there to play football. That's it. So when we're sitting here and we're talking about the fact that there is no press conference, I don't think that's something that the women's team is going to be upset about. Probably upset that there isn't a press conference more so than us talking about it. There's no match that's played at any competitive level where there isn't a press conference. I can't even wrap my head around that. I can't wrap my head around it. And yes, I keep on saying maybe it is a case where you did a press conference and you only invited a selected few. Okay, but why haven't you put the press conference on your social media? Maybe you should try whilst you're at it, Richard. I don't know if you have access to your Instagram, but if you try JFF social media, guys in the comment section, if you go to the JFF social media, I'll check their Twitter account. I've already
I tell
checked their
you,
Instagram. I
I'm
can't
I'm
see
gonna
nothing.
I'm gonna try and have a look, because I've not endeavored. I was hoping upon hope that if I searched, it would be there at the click and drop of a hat.
There
But
you go. There you go.
that's what I was expecting. This is why I was happily watching the Dominican versus Bermuda, safe in the knowledge that I could then look forward to what's the latest news on the preparations with the Reggae Girls. How's the land lie? What's the news on Drew Spence? What's the what's the dilemma over who's going to be donning the goalkeeping gloves? How are you going to approach that? So many questions, and we don't have to inundate them, but it's about the spotlight and taking the game seriously and promoting the game. If there's no press conference, it's harder for those out there in the football kingdom to know what to go on. How serious is this? What's the magnitude of the occasion? And it's an occasion. It's a sporting occasion. It's a World Cup qualifier. I'm just gonna go off mic and see if I can see anything. By all means, troll through and pick up on the comments and see what people are saying. And
I'm
thanks again
just,
to those being here.
you guys can do it in the comment section as well, but I'm just looking through their social media. I'm not actually going to look through it again because I've looked through it and I've not seen nothing with regards to a press conference. And it's disappointing. It's not that difficult to get a press conference done. Whoever traveled with the gaffer, they set up the press conference. Set up the press conference. If you're there with the gaffer, you're part of his team, set up the press conference. It's very simple. It's just a Zoom. You're just creating a Zoom invite. That's all it is. That's all it is. That is all it is. Set up a Zoom invite. But yeah, it's disappointing, and it's one of those things that you can't hide when you put so much time and effort into the women's team and stuff like this happen. Yeah, it's not acceptable. I don't see no press conference. And press conferences aren't released on the day of the game anyways. Press conferences are usually released the day before. So press conferences aren't released on the day of the game. That doesn't happen. It's the day before. So yeah, I can't see nothing here for a press conference. Shameful stuff. Can't see no press conference there. Last press conference that I can see, this was Jamaica versus Honduras, and this was actually for the post-game press conference. So this was the post-match press conference, and that was over on the men's team. I don't see nothing else here for the women's team. Yeah, you're just giving us training pictures. Thanks for the training pictures. You're doing an excellent job. You're doing a fabulous job with your training pictures. I don't understand what's going on. Not that I shouldn't be surprised, but it is what it is. I definitely shouldn't be surprised. Definitely shouldn't be surprised at all. Cads, I'm so heated right now, Cads. You as a journalist, Cads, one of the most notable sports editors in the UK, guys, Mr. Kadeem Simmons. You know better, Cads. When do they usually release press conferences? When are press conferences usually released? Because I'm saying that maybe the press conference was done in secrecy, and I, as somebody who writes for the Voice newspaper, other journalists, maybe content creators, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I've not been invited to no press conference. I've not seen or heard no one talk about a press conference. So as somebody who has been in your position, giving you what you do as your job, CADS, and your experience of covering high-profile games in the UK, when a press conference is usually held, you usually see the press conference on the eve before the game. No, I don't know. You've been watching football a much longer time than myself, so maybe they release press conferences on the day of the game. I've never seen that happen before. I've gone on JFF Instagram and on their Twitter, and I can't see no press conference. We're playing a crucial game against Cayman Islands. Crucial game in our quest to qualify for a second consecutive World Cup. See, there you go. If the press conferences are done in secret, then the team are trying to hide things. And this is somebody who is so credible. He's incredible, guys. So credible. He is incredible. This is what I'm saying, CADS. Some press conferences are done 2 days in advance, but that's usually if the game is on a Monday and the press conference is on a Friday. Exactly. Where's the press conference? Where is the press conference? That's what I want to know. Where's the press conference? I can't see no press conference. I cannot see no press conference. So it's just made me like really annoyed. Sorry for being annoyed in front of you guys. But I've been biting my tongue over the last couple of days, not wanting to say anything. But today is effectively 3 o'clock now, 3 in the morning. It's effectively. It is effectively match day. 9 out of 10 times press conference is done the day before. We've gone past the day before. I have never in my life seen a press conference done on the day of a match. So if JFF think that they're slick, they better not try that, because I'm not interested in that. So we're just going to say that you didn't do a press conference for the women's team, and they're trying to qualify for a second consecutive World Cup. This is what I mean when I say that they're disingenuine. People, a lot of people sit and say the JFF have changed. The JFF haven't changed. They just roll out the red carpet now and again, and you guys lap it up, and you believe their disingenuine gestures. They have not changed, not in the slightest. I don't know if you guys can go on their Instagram for me. Maybe I'm a little bit too heated and I'm not seeing things correctly. I can't see nothing on their Instagram. Maybe you guys can see it. Yes, Mr. Richard Stevens, how you doing?
I I'm a little tired. I'm gonna wrap up fairly soon. But I just want to stay close and offer my support, which
We've
is
got
there for
about
you.
2 more minutes there, and then we're gonna like wrap this one up because they've just burned me through the ground. They've
My
upset me,
goodness.
to be honest. Because I was hoping, just hoping that they'll release something. So they just upset me, if I'm being honest with you.
I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear, and the viewers and subscribers can hear it in your tone and in your words, shooting from the hip and lip as ever, and candid. And in this case, you're again on good ground. I hope when we sleep and wake, we hear some better news. It's not a good look. I may be checking out and seeing what's going on in the YouTube vlogosphere, but right about now, my mind is focused on what the Reggae Girls are going to do now. This has been an interesting result. I was just reading a review. I didn't see any team news, by the way, or any press conference news. I did see a review of the Jamaica Reggae Girls campaign thus far, and there was the awareness that with the goal difference for the Dominican Republic being ahead of Jamaica, it was described in this article as a unimpressive performance when they were considered or expected to romp, quote unquote, through this group. But as we've seen, um, the teams are livelier than they were before, and the standard is getting higher and higher. We've got to pay respect not only to the Reggae Girls but their opponents. And tonight we saw in Bermuda's performance, we've seen it with Honduras taking on Cuba, coming out with a creditable 0-0. Dominican Republic huffing and puffing, finally getting 3 points. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the Reggae Girls on the pitch and off the pitch. JFF, if I can put a word out to you, JFF, the Reggae Girls are a credit. London, England, the Reason Boss, Tiddlywink speaking here. They are a credit as far as this proud Jamaican is concerned. They have been acquitting themselves extremely well. They have embodied the motto and the mantra of Jamaica: out of many, one people. And they have come from all over the globe to represent Jamaica good and true. They deserve, get me now, get me. They deserve the best. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. The Reggae Girls made the World Cup in 2019. Fast forward to April 2022, they're endeavoring to make another World Cup, back-to-back World Cups. We would appreciate as fans your support, your professionalism. You allude to it, you speak of it. Can you please show us and put that into practice? Not a bag of mouth. We are showing you due respect. Please show due respect to the Reggae Girls. And I'm holding fire because the girls need to be focused on the job at hand. And I want them to know that we are supporting them 110+%. against the Cayman Islands, and then on to the Dominican Republic. We want the minds focused. We are a little perturbed that there has not been a press conference that we can see. We've heard about training pictures. That's good and well. But we hope to hear from you as soon as possible. Is that too much to ask? There's a voracious audience out there. There's a voracious audience out there who want to connect with the Reggae Girls. Do your utmost and show us that you too care. Crystal, thank you again for hosting. Thank you again for hosting and doing a watch along. It does take time. It does take energy. You've tucked it to some spring rolls that were a long time in the devouring. So we salute, and we want you to be in order, because without health, which is the most vital part, it's very important. Health is wealth. So we need you in tip-top condition. You're juggling hats, you're juggling eggs. You've got the Arsenal, come on Gunners, you've got the Arsenal against Brighton to come. We wish you a safe journey, and we hope that it's a positive, good result. Our bounce back ability test lies ahead for the Gunners after they were turned over by the former Arsenal great Patrick Vieira. But right about now, our minds are equally focused on Khadija Shaw, Tiffany Cameron, the Swabies, Spencer Schneider. We're behind you. We're beside you. We're in front of you. JFF, Jamaicans good and true. Come on, Reggae Girls. Come on, Reggae Girls. One step at a time. We believe in you. Crystal, it's been a pleasure. Sign off. And with that, we will say a pleasant good night to one and all. Remember to hit the subscribe and like button if you've not done so. And if you've done that, get a good night's rest. Enjoy your evening and prepare to come again and follow the exploits of the Reggae Girls as they take on the Cayman Islands, who will not be laying down. The Bermudans didn't do it tonight against the Dominican Republic. So look out for another tasty game, and let's see how it turns out. That's the beauty of sport, you see. Nothing's ever determined. We never know what's going to happen. That's what makes sport such a fantastic occasion. And those Reggae Girls, I'll tell you one thing though, as day follows night, they will acquit themselves with aplomb. Oh yes, we can be sure of that. Other than that, let us see where the cards fall. Crystal, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mr. Richard Stevens. Before I forget my manners, all the guys in the comments section, I don't want to name you all. I don't want to attempt at naming you all, because we've been live streaming for about, say, 5 hours. We did about 2 hours and some minutes on the other live stream. So that would have been for the... What game was that? I completely forgot. What game did we watch? We've watched
that was Guatemala. Guatemala against St. Kitts and Nevis.
Guatemala against St. Kitts and St. Kitts. You know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm so
St. Kitts and Nevis. Yes, the spring rolls. You need more than to hold you. God bless you. My Lord, my Lord.
So we did a live stream earlier on. That lasted 2 hours. This one has gone past 3 hours. So that's 5 hours of live stream for you guys. We hope that you enjoyed it. I'm not going to attempt to name you all because I'm bound to forget someone's name, and that wouldn't be fair if they've sat with me for over 5 hours and I've not given them a big up. So I'm not going to try it.
Full respect.
But I want to say a massive, massive thank you once more to my special guest, the lovely Mr. Richard Stevens. Mr. Malik Mills made his debut here on my platform, and I hope it won't be the last. And the lovely, the amazing Mr. Mikey Ballin as well. Thank you guys for blessing me with a moment of your time. If you're in the States or in Jamaica, I know that it is still Friday for you, so have a lovely Friday evening. If I don't see you over the weekend, then do have a fabulous weekend. Take care of you and yours. If you head out, I hope and pray to God that you make it back home safely, because that is the ultimate underrated blessing. So do take care. Yeah, Richard, one moment. Just stay with me behind the scenes just for one moment before you go there if you can. Guys, in the comment section, I'm going to be back here tomorrow. Let's check the times of when I'm going to be back. Let's see. I'm gonna do another live watch along. Let's see. I think it's 12 o'clock, guys. No, I'm lying. It's today, but I'm going to come back at a much earlier time. Kickoff is at 10 p.m. Kickoff. Let me repeat that again for you guys. Kickoff is at 10 p.m. if you're in the UK. I am 6 hours ahead of you for those of you guys in Jamaica. So that's 4 o'clock. Kickoff will be 4 p.m. for you guys. So I'm looking to do my live stream, say around 9:30 p.m. So that's 3:30 p.m. for you guys in Jamaica. I know it's a little bit confusing, so I do apologize. Before I go, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you guys with one more look at that table, that all important table there. That's got few people feeling a little bit nervous. If you're Mikey Ballin, you won't be feeling nervous though. Let's go back and look at that all important table ranking there. So there you go. Today, 10 p.m. again, if you're in the UK. Cayman Islands versus Jamaica. Here's how the table is looking. Dominican Republic sneak a narrow 1-0 win over Bermuda. Lovely free kick, if we're being honest, and that's what good teams do. That's what strong teams do when they come up against fierce opponents. They find a way to chalk them off, and Dominican Republic most certainly did that. Picked up maximum points. 3 matches played. The table doesn't lie, does it? 3 matches played for the table leaders, Dominican Republic. 3 played, 3 wins, maximum points. They have a goal difference of 14. Jamaica are playing against Cayman Islands tomorrow. That will be match day 3. Currently, we're sitting on 6 points with a goal difference of 9. So we're hoping for at least a 5 to 6 nil, at least. That's what we're hoping for, to just bridge the gap there, draw closer, draw level with table leaders, league leaders, Dominican Republic. Then after this game, after Cayman Islands holds Jamaica, then comes the big one. And this one will be played again if you're in the UK Wednesday, next Wednesday. That simply means it is next Tuesday for you in Jamaica, across the pond in America and Canada. Next week, the big blockbuster, Jamaica hosting table leaders, Dominican Republic. And as things stand, depending on how things go tomorrow, could be a game that goes down to the wire for goal difference reasons and points reasons as well. So hopefully this time tomorrow we'll be smiling from ear to ear because we have done damage over Cayman Islands, healthy damage, hopefully, over Cayman Islands. You guys in the comment section, you guys are the ultimate 12th man. Leon Price, Mr. Price is asking me. I'm going to actually be at the match because, like I said, I write for The Voice newspaper, so I actually won't be doing no live stream for that. I can't do a live stream. I'm there to just work, come back home. So those of you can check out my stuff that I do for The Voice newspaper, as I've mentioned so many times before, because I like to mention it. The Voice newspaper, Britain's only Black national newspaper. So that's a big win for myself. So do go ahead and check out The Voice newspaper there. I'll be on writing duties tomorrow for The Voice newspaper, where the Gunners are taking on Brighton. But this isn't a Arsenal platform, so we're not going to talk about them. Thank you guys again once more. Good night. If it is an early morning for you, good morning. Have a lovely night. If it is Friday, enjoy the rest of your evening. If it is a morning for you, Mr. Leon Price, you're trying to put me in a bad mood to send me to my bed. Nice.
Tell Leon to behave himself. Tell Leon to behave himself.
Leon's coming like some local Manchester United fans. So I'm going to Penny Leon can tell say I'm a Manchester United fan. So just gonna ignore him. Guys in the comment section, everyone except Leon, do enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a fabulous weekend when it comes, and thank you for sitting on my channel. If you are new to my channel, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you know how it goes. Also go ahead and hit that like button. Until next time, take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.